10 days ago, something or someone blotted out the heavens. No new stars can be seen. All communications with satellites have been lost. And the sun no longer lights up the sky. 5 days after this anomaly occurred, they came. No one knows exactly what they are, but two very important things are clear. They fear the light, and they are coming for you. Keep moving. Don't lose hope. Stay in the light. We're going to tell you a story, and in this story, all of the characters will die. The story we're going to tell is not one of survival, but one of hope and ultimately of loss. This is a story about what happens in the dark and the final few hours in the lives of a group of people fighting against it, losing themselves within it, and inevitably being consumed by it. Though their endeavour may be doomed to fail, it is our duty to make this story of their struggle as meaningful as possible. Welcome to 10 Candles.
Woo! That's so atmospheric.
I'm so scared already.
I'm Barry McStay, and I'll be your storyteller. Now, 10 Candles is a one-shot tabletop role-playing game, a communal storytelling experience, and it's one of my favourite games, and I know some of the players' favourite games as well. So thank you to James, or Jude, who's on camera, for giving the summoning circle over to 10 Candles for the night. James is on camera, and he'll be keeping an eye on all of you in the chat, and we'll be telling the story. I'll be providing the conflict and the obstacles and the shadows and the false alarms and the true alarms. And I'm joined by three fantastic players who will be sharing the storytelling experience. They'll be helping with narrative duties and creating and playing the characters clinging for survival in the darkening apocalypse. So let's meet them, shall we? Players, introduce yourselves.
Hello, I'm Mikey. My pronouns are he, him, and I've played 10 Candles before, and it's always tense. So I'm looking forward to this very much.
Hi, I'm Lucy. My pronouns are she, her. I've played 10 Candles twice before, and I love it, but it freaks me out and makes me cry.
Great. I'm Emily, and my pronouns are she, her. I have never played 10 Candles before, and I can't wait to cry. I guess.
Yes. We've got our players. We've got you, and we're very glad that you're here. What's the story without an audience to hear it? But a word of warning, if you are someone for whom a story which might be a bit harrowing, in which characters you grow to love will definitely die, spoilers, then this might not be the stream for you. So that's absolutely okay. The world in which the story is set is going to be scary and sad, and there might be upsetting content and strong language and dark imagery. So if you don't want to watch, feel free. And if you are watching, the players and I have done some consent checks, and the story will not include any of the following: spiders, snakes, slugs, snails, squelching sounds, the only thing at best, sexual abuse and assault, self-harm and racism. And that aside, we will be improvising, and it's a world of fear, and we'll end in darkness, and we hope we do the characters justice, and if you're sticking with us, we hope you'll be glad you heard their story.
Yeah.
So how does 10 Candles work? We'll give you a little bit of the basics. It's a game about sharing the narration, so we're going to be telling a story. It's split into 10 scenes, and the scenes are marked by the 10 tea lights, which we'll be lighting during this story. The candles going out represent the end of a scene and time moving on, potentially. They literally also represent the encroaching darkness, and because they're tea lights, they will have an end point. So even if these players succeed in rolling successes over and over and over again to avoid death, eventually the candles go out for them, so they cannot avoid the inevitable. Candles go out when players fail on a roll, or they can also choose to darken a candle if they want to seize narrative rights. We'll talk about that in a little bit. They roll the dice. They've got a pool of 10 dice over there, and when something needs to be accomplished, like breaking a door down or successfully beating off an assailant, then they'll roll the dice. The active player will roll the dice, and if they roll at least 1 6 in those dice, then they succeed, and they get to keep the narration for now. But if they roll any ones, those dice are taken out for the remainder of the scene. They'll be put back in when the candle is darkened. But success, as I said, is related to who has the narrative control, and as the scenes go on and they lose, the candles go out, they will lose a dice from the dice pool, and I will get it, and I'll also be rolling with them, and from then on control goes to whoever rolls the most sixes. So Mikey might roll 2 sixes in a scene later on, which means he succeeded in accomplishing the action he wanted to accomplish, but I might have rolled 3 sixes with the dice I now have, which means I get to say what that success looks like. yes, I know. They can also seize control, as I said, if they want to darken a light. And they also will have some traits and things which will allow them re-rolls, which we'll talk about when we create our characters very shortly. Last couple of things to say. If a conflict roll that they're rolling for is particularly dangerous, like leaping from a moving train or fighting someone barehanded where that other person has a knife or something like that, then I will call that a dire conflict, and that means the result of a failure might be especially, well, dire. Could mean separation, injury, even death.
Oh god.
Yeah. Players can choose to fail dire conflicts or to die as a result of them sacrificing themselves, and if they do that, well, they'll die, but they do get to narrate their own death. My gift to you.
Thanks so much.
Finally, changing scenes. As I said, scenes end when a candle goes out, and this will advance time. It'll allow the players to speak some truths, finding supplies, find other survivors, race on into the light, try to stay out of the darkness, and they'll also refill their dice pool. But again, we'll talk you through all of that when it happens. For now, should we create some characters?
Yeah.
Excellent. This bit will take about 20 minutes, and it is part of the game. In some RPGs, you would do this character creation off camera, but part of the ritual of 10 Candles involves creating the characters on camera and lighting the lights as we go. If you don't want to see this bit, fine, go make a cup of tea, come back in 20 minutes or so, and we'll introduce you to the characters we've been creating, and we'll go from there. But if you want to settle in, do. Let's start with traits. We make up the characters of traits, moments, and brinks, and they'll be stacked in front of the players in a little pile of notes. And the top card is their active trait or moment, and so on. We'll talk about what they all do as we get to them. First things first. Let's write a virtue and a flaw. They have separate index cards for these. They'll write a virtue on one of them, and the virtues can be things like lucky or strong, or a flaw could be something like morose, or you could say alcoholic if you wanted to, or maybe addictive might be a bit more fun. Vagueness is good at this point in helping to create the characters. Flaws create more problems than they solve, and virtues solve more problems than they create, essentially, is the way of thinking about it. It'll be a single word, ideal an adjective, and they'll have both of these. And the nice thing is, later on, if they roll a bunch of ones in conflict roll, you can burn a flaw or a virtue to re-roll all those ones, and you'll work that flaw or virtue into the narration of what's happening. So maybe Mikey failed to defend himself against a zombie barkeeper, and he decides to burn his addictive flaw to roll again, to re-roll all those ones, and succeeds that time, and he'll narrate the outcome, but he might, and he doesn't have to, use his addictive thing to beat the bartender, but maybe after the fight he might swig down a bottle of whiskey or something like that. Just
as I'm wont to do.
As you're wont to do. And Mikey, what are you finished? Would you mind lighting 3 of the candles?
Oh,
we'll be lighting 3 of the tea lights as we go.
Oh my word. Okay, first candle.
First candle.
There's one.
Good. How did they think of the name for this?
Second one.
Thank you to the Goo who have sponsored this, by the way, with our candle tea light holders. What are the flaws and virtues you've created? Emily, let's start with you.
My virtue is caring. And flaw is lazy.
Great. And Lucy?
My virtue is selfless, and my flaw is impulsive.
Great. And Mikey?
My virtue is creative, and my flaw is possessive.
Great. Now, would you mind passing your flaw to your left and your virtue to your right?
Virtue to the right, flaw to the left. You get that?
Wait.
Is this going to Mikey?
Okay,
That's going to Mikey.
thanks.
Yeah.
Specific instructions.
Right.
Thanks.
Caring and impulsive. It's just me.
So now, Mikey, your
Creative
character...
and lazy, that is me.
So Mikey's character is caring and impulsive, creative and lazy for Lucy, and
That's
Oh,
interesting.
that's
selfless
really-
and possessive.
That's really interesting.
Ooh.
Wow.
Now that they've got a little bit of an idea of what the characters are, I'm going to introduce you to the module that we are playing in. Again, the players don't know any of this stuff. I've not told them to prepare anything, and this is the only bit of preparation I have done as well for the stream. It's a couple of paragraphs that I've come up with for the world in which they'll be playing, and the great thing about 10 Candles is it can be set anywhere from ancient Rome to a spaceship that's 20,000 years in the future. But yours is set in the year 2024.
Ooh.
This module is called Halloween in Treglennin. The Cornish village of Triglennon would be the ideal destination for a quaint holiday at the best of times. At one end, a picture-perfect chapel, cobbled streets lined with stone and slate cottages with lime and sand mortar tumbling down towards the little stone jetty where moored fishing boats gently bob. Quaint oldie-worldy shops sell everything from fishing tackle to sweets in jars, knitwear and tweed to pasties and fish cakes. But the village comes alive at Halloween. It is renowned as one of Britain's most haunted places, and it is decorated for its Halloween festival. Ghosts are said to lurk around every corner. The old prison is haunted by a smuggler who starved in his cell. A headless horseman rides thunderously down the main street at night. A mournful young widow has often been seen crying at the crossroads where her fiancé was hanged for stealing the ring with which he proposed to her. The harbour is full of drowned souls of failed fishing expeditions past. At the old lighthouse on the headland, down in the caves on the cliffside, through the woods that line the exclusive new golf resort, in the ruins of the old castle, definitely Norman, but rumoured to date back to King Arthur's time. And even across the moorland where the army carries out manoeuvres, ghosts are said to lurk everywhere. Where else would you spend Halloween then? Than Triglennon? Where else would you stay but the smuggler's den, the old coach house and inn, still apparently haunted by the pirate captain who refused to pay his keep to a landlord who ran him through in a rage? Where else would you go in search of spooky adventure? And when it all happened, and when the power went down and the railway stopped running, why would you leave? When word came to shelter in place, you'd stay put, wouldn't you? What else would you do, could you do, with the world going dark? Especially with the world going dark. And when they came, well, perhaps best to stay put. Surely they wouldn't come here, to this corner of the world. Why would they? Best to lay low. Or perhaps to move on. Who knows? Who knows what's best anymore? All you know for sure is it's not just ghost stories keeping you awake at night.
Oh, boy. Okay.
So now you know a little bit about where you're going to be playing.
Okay. What's the
Triglennon?
Triglennon?
Triglennon.
Is that in Wales?
It's in
Cornwall.
Okay,
Yep.
great.
Made it up.
Okay.
Sorry, people of Cornwall. But now you know where you're set and the sort of
Okay.
place you are, staying in the Smuggler's Inn or working
Yeah.
there. I want you to create your character concepts. You've got a little sheet with the word character on it. You're going to write a name, a look, a concept, and it's a snapshot. 2 sentences enough. It could be Lucy, 30-something, always carrying a book and as a theatre director or whatever. You know.
She sounds great.
Sounds great. Yeah. It doesn't have to be anything too internal. It just is.
Okay.
It could be someone who works in the village. Could be someone who's visiting the village. Could be the landlord of the inn. Whatever you think would be fun.
Are we allowed to chat about it?
Yeah. Don't question it too much. I would
Okay.
say, yeah.
So I'm just thinking, it's best not to do, like, if we're all the same
Overlap.
type of person.
Yeah.
Which we're not, I mean, no.
I have a pretty strong impulse about who I am.
Go for it.
Oh,
I mean, I haven't quite figured out all the details, but
Yeah.
I reckon I either run retreats or are a yoga instructor. Or something.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Pretty sure my name is India.
Nice.
Right, great.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
old lady.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Liking
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, like lived
Yeah.
there all her life.
Nice.
Yeah.
Knowing
cool.
Emily, that is such a default.
How dare you! I have one other default and I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Great.
This is
Sounds
good. Yeah, I was thinking maybe someone from the military
Oh,
Great.
Nice. Yeah.
sticks with the caring impulsive. Maybe military doctor. I'm not sure yet.
Great. Go
Okay.
for it.
I'll write
All right.
something.
So we want just like a name.
Name and names.
Okay.
What they do and sort of a sentence about them. You know,
Okay.
like I said, just a kid or full of dreams or recently
Okay.
divorced and it shows. And we're going to be lighting 3 more candles during this as well, or just after this, I should say. So the staggering of the lighting of the candles means that obviously they'll burn down at different times, so we won't reach a point where they'll all go out at once. And ideally it means that if scenes aren't ending because they're not failing rolls, it means they'll end because a candle just goes out. And we'll talk about, they also have this lovely big bowl here in front of them in which they'll be burning those traits, like I mentioned earlier, if they want to re-roll ones. We'll do them in a second, like once we read the characters out.
Ah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
you've come up with a character.
Yeah, I decided on Army Chaplain, actually.
Army Chaplain.
Nice.
What's the name?
Charlie.
Charlie Chaplin.
Yep. I figured let's start light.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to get horrible.
Yeah. Right.
Charlie the Chaplain.
What's their other?
So Charlie, early 40s, Army Chaplain, average in every way.
Great. Wonderful. Lucy, you finished yours?
Yeah, India, late 20s, wellness practitioner, but I basically just like burn a lot of incense at the converted cottage that my dad bought me.
Excellent.
I
Loving
hate her.
India. Loving it.
She lives on the main street.
Yeah, right in the set, like prime
Prime
real
property.
estate.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And do you have one?
I do,
Zoe?
yeah. Beryl Jenkins.
Great. Love a barrel.
Affectionately known as Grandma Pancakes. She's 70s-ish. She's blue rinse. She's always in a knit. I feel like she used to run the cafe, still runs the cafe, but definitely doesn't.
Yep.
And why would she go anywhere else?
Great. Perfect.
Nice.
Well, we have our characters. We've got Beryl, we've got India, and we've got Charlie. Excellent. We're now going to write
Charlie the Chaplain.
Charlie the Chaplain, as opposed to Charlie a Chaplain. I would really hope Charlie Chaplin's middle initial began with an A. That would be really fun. We're now going to light 3 more candles as the characters write moments that they're going to live. Each character will have a personal scene that they would like to live, an event that will give them hope in the darkness. Could be as simple as having one more drink of beer, or finding the gun that they'd hidden somewhere, or solving a mystery about them, whoever they are, or hugging their lost child. It could be any moment that in the midst of this darkness you think would bring that character hope. And it could be, you could find hope in revenge, in joy, in simplicity, in peace. It's up to you guys. These index cards that they're going to write on will have the words "I will find hope" written on them, and they'll fill in the rest. And during the game, when their moment is on top of their pile, because we'll be shuffling these, we'll all work to try and steer the narration towards that moment. So we'll all be aware that Mikey's moment of hope might be to get another drink of beer, and so we will all sort of help move the narrative towards getting them another drink of beer, as an example. And if a character does live their moment, they'll have to roll a conflict roll, and if they roll successfully by rolling at least 1 6, they'll get one of these from the chest in front of me. It's a hope dice. That'll be specific to that character, to that person. They'll roll a hope dice along with the rest of the dice pool as normal, and a hope dice means they succeed on a 5 or a 6, not just a 6. They can't lose a hope dice if they roll a 1 as well. So it means that in the midst of this darkness, in the midst of the world falling apart around them, they've found something that gives them a little bit of hope. If they fail the roll to live their moment, they'll narrate it, but maybe that moment doesn't give them hope. Maybe if their moment would have been to look out to sea, rather than invigorating them, it makes them feel empty, and because they failed on a dice roll, again, we just would darken a candle and move the scene on. Lovely. Have we got some moments?
Yeah.
Excellent. Can I hear Beryl's moment?
I will find hope when I get some rest.
Great. Lovely. Lucy.
I will find hope when someone tells me I'm a good person and actually means it.
Whoa.
The challenge to the narration has been laid down by India. And Charlie.
Oh, I will find hope when I manage to speak to them.
Oh, nice. Excellent. And we've lit 3 more candles. We're now going to light 3 more. But before we do that, let me explain what brinks are, which is the next thing we're going to write. We know our characters a little bit. We've got their traits, their virtues, their flaws. We know what might bring them hope. But now we're going to create a trait which represents them at their extreme. Their brink is what remains after everything else, after their vice and their virtue and their moments have been used up. The brink will go on the bottom of their pile, face down, and it represents who they truly are in the dark. So these should be dangerous, but not necessarily violent. They would show you broken in whatever way that occurs for that character. And your fellow survivors might distrust you if they knew about this thing. And the fun thing is, one of them already does, because you are writing the brink for the person next to you, because these say, I have seen you, ... And it's, you know, something that the other person is capable of. What you choose to do with that knowledge is up to you. You might decide to reveal it to the rest of the survivors straight away, or you might decide it's more narratively interesting to keep it hidden, or maybe it's too horrifying to even mention. And a brink could be, you saw them break down over the smallest thing, or you saw them kill, or you saw them worship them. Anything. Once you do it, maybe write a short sentence or two as well, explaining how you know this thing. Like, I have seen you kill, that dog didn't deserve it, or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, this is the world we're in, folks.
And who are we writing it
And now
for?
you're writing it for the person to your left.
Okay.
Mikey is slightly different, because Mikey and I have slightly different cards. Mikey says
I have seen them.
one of the players knows something about them. And you're going to establish something about their ability or their identity. It's not going to be weakness, it's going to be something scary about them, something powerful about them, something they can do, whether it's raise the dead, serve the Serpent King, I have seen them and they are a lab experiment, whatever you want it to be. Bear in mind the setting, and your only restriction is, as I say, you can't establish a weakness, the only thing that's weak about them is the light. And you can reveal that knowledge as and when you wish. And I have a card that says they have seen you, because Mike will be passing a card to me. This will be going to you, Emily.
Okay.
They know something about Beryl.
Oh,
Oh no.
great.
Okay.
The fun thing about these brinks are you can embrace your brink to re-roll the entire dice pool. Because they're at the bottom of the pile, they'll come out a little bit later. On a success, you get to keep your brink. And on a failure, well, you burn your brink and you darken the candles. And you'll also lose your hope die if you fail on a re-roll with a brink. So what do they know about Beryl?
Well, she's been there a long time, so lots of people know lots of things about her.
Grandma Pancakes runs a cafe. Grandma Pancakes is a great nickname.
This is really good.
It's definitely not stolen from anybody.
Yeah, but it's wholesome, but also feels like slightly threatening.
Yep. Is she going to make you pancakes or make you the pancakes?
It's a really pleasing sound of Sharpies.
Oh, I didn't do mine in
Oh, me
Sharpie. Should I
neither,
have?
sorry. I'm writing in capital letters though.
Terrible.
Oh yeah, it's going to be really dark. I'm sorry, I write so small. I'm really sorry. I'm changing my mind.
Can I look at your book? Is that allowed? Can I look at your
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
But the brinks should be secret.
Yeah.
Brinks will be secret, yes.
That's fine.
Do we need to write something about the thing or not?
If it would be helpful for the person next to you to know how you know this thing about
I
them.
don't think it is.
Oh, I've added flavour. I don't know that I've necessarily.
Small amount of umami in your.
Yeah. Just a little bit of sriracha mayo.
I can tell I'm feeling stressed because I just want to eat the marshmallows.
Should I be lighting more candles while this is going on?
Yes, we like 3 more candles, yes.
So we're up to 9. We should be, yes.
Should be up to 9.
Okay, do I look at this?
Yes, yeah. You're welcome, Beryl.
Thanks, babes.
Okay. Thanks. Oh, India.
Well,
Now the
daddy's
brinks,
money, am I right?
the brinks are going to go face down on the table in front
That's
of you.
why it's even worse.
Thank you.
Daddy bought you the house.
Thank you,
No
Mikey.
one was using it.
You're welks.
Fantastic.
Bringing much needed wellness to the area.
So to recap, the players now have a virtue and a vice, a virtue and a flaw, a moment that their characters want to live. They've written a little sketch about their character, and they each have written a brink for the person next to them. Mikey's written a brink for them, which now has given me something to play with. I know the sort of them that I'll be creating, and they know something about Beryl. That's the brink I've passed on to Emily. We're going to arrange these in a stack with the brink on the bottom face down, and then you're going to shuffle the other 3 and place them face up.
The other 3, wait, so we take out the
The character sheet you can just have to the side.
Okay,
yes.
all right.
Yeah.
Great. And place them face up on top of your pile. Ideally, we only have 1 moment, if any moments on the top. We don't have any. Right? What's on top of yours, Mikey, while we're at it?
Impulsive.
Your
my
impulsive
flaw.
flaw, great. Lucy?
Creative.
India's creative side.
Possessive.
Excellent. So these are the things you can currently roll. To recap, you can re-roll traits, you can burn traits rather to re-roll all your 1s. You can live your moment and gain a hope dice, and you will burn or embrace your brink to hopefully re-roll a dice pool if you succeed. You keep your brink. If you fail, you burn your brink. Now we take on supplies. Your characters have whatever is in your pockets right now on them.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my word. I did have my keys and I took them out just
got a
before we
mobile
started.
Only
Of
have
my
my
phone.
phone.
I've
Oh,
got
what
my
a
phone
shame.
And I've also got my AirPods.
Yeah, what a shame that
I don't even have my inhaler.
Everything else
I mean,
you'll find
you've
through
got
conflict
jewellery, I
rolls.
guess.
Oh yeah, I've got
yes.
lots of jewelry.
You have on what you have on.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
We're now going to light our last candle, Mikey, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay, here we go. Last one. Bam, bada, bam.
Sweating profusely.
It's alright, Beryl.
And our last job is this. The players are now going to leave the room to record a parting message on their phones. And it can be anything. It could be a message that the character might leave for family. It could be something to foreshadow their moment. It could be a confession. It could be a goodbye. And these will be played at the very, very end of the session once everyone has died and all the candles have gone out. I will remind you of the setting, my friends. Mm-hmm. You are in the village of Treglennan, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a zoom in on the story. The quaint seaside Cornish village of Treglennan, renowned as Britain's most haunted village, doesn't seem so quaint now the darkness has set in and they have arrived. The skeletons and pumpkins, bats and broomsticks hanging from lampposts and over doors ring hollow and banal. The Halloween festivities have been replaced by true horrors, unknown and unseen. The smuggler's den is no longer the homely inn it once was. The fire in the grate grows smaller and smaller as fuel runs low. What food remains won't last long at all. Some guests and staff have already made a break for it, trying to return to their homes or to find somewhere they deem safer. You are the final few residents, and the eerie quiet of the village is unnerving. Is this really the safest place to be? You have options. To the south are the cliffs, the lighthouse and the old smuggler's caves. To the north, a castle on the rocky outcrop, the woods, the golf club with its grand hotel. East are the moors, and on the far side of them an army base, and west the vast Atlantic Ocean. And in the middle, that's you. Hungry, cold, unarmed. Do you stay here or get moving? The fire sputters, the waves roar. The world is dark and they are somewhere. So, we're going to take a quick break while you go and record those messages. Then we'll come back and we'll begin the story properly. See you in 5 minutes.
Woo! Terrifying.
Hey, welcome back, viewers. It's gotten moodier in here, hasn't it? We've turned all the rest of the lights off. G just opened the apertures on the camera as wide as possible. We've just lit by the lights of the 10 tea lights that we were lit during the character creation. If any of you stepped away to get a cup of tea and to get snacks and get a blanket while we were creating the characters, let's meet our characters again very quickly. Let's start down the end with Mikey.
So my character is Charlie. He's an army chaplain in his early 40s, and he is average in every way.
And would you like to remind us of your virtue, your vice, and your moment?
So my virtue is that I'm caring, my vice is that I'm impulsive, and my moment, I will find hope when I manage to speak to them.
Lucy.
Hi. My name's India. I'm in my late 20s. I'm a wellness practitioner who basically just burns a lot of incense in the converted cottage that my dad bought for me. My virtue is that I'm creative. My flaw is that I am lazy. And I will find hope when someone tells me I'm a good person and actually means it.
And Emily.
Beryl Jenkins, affectionately known as Grandma Pancakes. She's in her 70s. Blue rent's always in a chunky knit. Flaw, possessive. Virtue, selfless. And that's the moment, isn't it?
Yes, I will find
hope when I get some rest.
Nice. And if any of you missed the recount, we'll start the game with me rereading that paragraph I read before the break. And then it's up to us to tell the story of these people.
Great.
The quaint seaside Cornish village of Treglennan, renowned as Britain's most haunted village, doesn't seem so quaint now the darkness has set in and they have arrived. The skeletons and pumpkins, bats and broomsticks hanging from lampposts and over doors ring hollow and banal. The Halloween festivities have been replaced by true horrors, unknown and unseen. The smuggler's den is no longer the homely inn it once was. The fire in the grate glows smaller and smaller as fuel runs low. What food remains won't last long at all. Some guests and staff have already made a break for it, trying to return to their homes or to find somewhere they deem safer. You are the final few residents, and the eerie quiet of the village is unnerving. Is it really the safest place to be? You have options. To the south are the cliffs, the lighthouse and the old smuggler's caves. To the north, a castle on the rocky outcrop, the woods, and the golf club with its grand hotel. East are the moors, and on the far side of them, an army base. West, the vast Atlantic Ocean. And in the middle, that's you. Hungry, cold, unarmed. Do you stay here or get moving? The fire sputters, the waves roar, the world is dark, and they, well, they are somewhere.
Oh, shit.
You're in the main part of the pub, and the last person you saw was about 3 hours ago when Bill, who's the landlord of the smuggler's den, went out on possibly foolhardy mission to try and get some fuel and some rations.
Okay.
The rest is up to you.
And I mean, is there any food left in the pub? Because I mean, it's a pub, right? It's an inn. There's like.
Go look for some if you want.
Yeah, I know Bill left to get food, but surely there's something. I mean.
All right, let's go. Let's go raid the kitchen.
Yeah.
Let's go. I mean, we're the only ones here. We might as well.
Yeah.
Are you all at the same table?
No.
I think India.
Absolutely not.
India and Charlie definitely are.
Right.
No.
Where's Grandma Pancakes?
Grandma Pancakes is in the corner by the fire.
Great.
Yeah.
Is she doing anything?
Knitting.
Knitting. Fantastic. What's she knitting?
A scarf.
Yeah, lovely. For anyone in particular?
Depends. Might be able to use it as, I don't know, bartering at some point. I don't know. It's not for anybody specific. It's. I think it's probably more of a. It's
like
a comfort thing. I think at this point.
Yeah, great.
Nice.
So do you two want to go behind the bar and into the kitchen?
Yeah.
Look in there.
I mean, I'm not sure we both need to go, but someone should go.
Okay.
All right, well, I'll go.
Cool, thank you.
Problem. All right, I'm going to make my way behind the bar, have a look, see if there are any more packets of
Scampi
scampi fries, bacon fries left, but probably not because we've definitely eaten a lot of those. I'm going to make my way to the kitchen.
All right. Oh, you're looking at me like you want me to tell you to roll. So
Well,
let's
I
roll.
don't know. Do you want me to?
Yeah, go on then. Roll some dice. Roll all of the 10 dice. A single 6 is all you need to succeed. If you roll any ones, you will lose those dice for the remainder of this scene until we darken a candle.
Go on, Charlie. Go on, Charlie.
That is a 1.
Oh.
It's the only one. There are no 6s. Everything is 2s, 4s, and 3s. No 6s. Does that mean I don't even make it to the kitchen?
Well, it's going to be a quick game. You could burn your whatever's on top of your pile to re-roll your 1s.
I might have to, because otherwise I've not even made it to the kitchen.
What are our other options?
Or you will darken a candle and I'll narrate what happens.
I'm going to burn my floor, which is impulsive.
Okay. If you have played 10 candles before, usually it doesn't happen this quickly.
I'm very unlucky.
All right, please burn your floor, your impulsive floor.
Okay. Oh.
Maybe closer to the bowl. Yeah.
Thank you, impulsive.
And please re-roll that single 1 and hope you roll a 6.
Oh my god.
Come on, Charlie.
Come on, Charlie.
No. That's another 4. It's a lot of 4s.
Charlie, you you walk around the counter, and there are no bags of crisps or peanuts hidden underneath the counter. The cardboard hang-ups that you usually get the packets of peanuts on are empty. You know that the lines from the beer dried up a couple of days ago, so you're not going to go try them. So instead you push through into the kitchen and pad your way along the tiles. It's dark in there, of course, lit by the flickering glow of the fire out in the main part of the pub. And you get down to the fridges at the far end and you pull the door open. And Bill's body is inside it. Great, we're going to darken a candle.
Wait, didn't he leave through the front door? How did this happen?
God.
Someone put her in the fridge.
All right.
We're going to lose a candle.
Well, shit.
Fuck, that was quick.
Yeah, very quick. And I will have one of your dice, please.
Oh no. Thank
That
you.
wasn't a
Thank
lucky
you.
one anyway.
That
Not a
wasn't
good dice.
none of
Not a
them
good
are
dice.
particularly. Do these have 6s on?
Maybe. And we're going to speak some truths. This is one of the ritual parts of 10 Candles, where we will speak as many truths as there are candles lit in front of us. The ritual always begins with me, the storyteller, saying this much is true, the world is dark. And the last of the now 9 truths that we will speak will be, and we are alive. That will always be the last truth. In between, we'll take it in turns to speak truths. That could be about time advancing, it could be about finding something, it could be about moving onwards, about someone new appearing. You could speak some truths about them, but again, it's probably best to leave them to me. And the person who's responsible for the candle going out is the person who speaks the first truth once I have said the opening mantra.
Okay.
All right. This much is true. The world is dark.
Charlie has hidden Bill's body.
The sound of the sea is getting louder.
It is raining.
An hour has passed.
Charlie is crying.
You swear that you can hear somebody crying somewhere.
Beryl has food at the cafe.
India is meditating.
And
we are alive.
Has anyone want to ask Charlie why he's crying? Have you come back into the
you're
room?
back in the
Yeah.
room.
Yeah, I've come back in, having hidden the body in the fridge, so nobody else finds it, hopefully.
Right, so you didn't hide it back in the fridge, you hid it somewhere else.
Yeah,
Okay.
because like I found it in the fridge.
Yeah.
Like somebody
Someone
else can easily open the fridge or the freezer.
Oh god, okay.
Beryl's going to ask you what's wrong, but in like a really matter-of-fact way.
Could you
Yeah, of
dramatise
course,
that,
of course.
please?
Yeah, of course I can. What on earth are you crying for?
I think
You've been
all,
gone ages.
I think it's all just gotten a bit much, you know. The idea that we might just be here with no food, and I think I'm just a bit overwhelmed. That's all. I'm fine though. I'm fine.
Just breathe through it, babe. Just
Yeah, breathing
Come
through
on.
it.
Breathe in
Yep.
for 3. Out for 3.
Nice and gently though, because we don't want to let out any fire sources that are in the vicinity, though, do we?
No, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Food is still an issue.
Yeah.
Like
A big
Bill's
issue.
been gone a little while now, and we can't guarantee that he'll come back. He might have just decided to.
I mean, he said he'd come back, so...
Yeah, but he might have. Maybe he found a quick way out of here and was like, "I'm just going to take it while I can." You know,
I
we
just
can't
don't
guarantee
feel
it.
like, I reckon it's just because it's raining outside.
Yeah, but maybe we should think about other options just to be on the safe side. Yeah.
Well, you can only trust yourself, can't you? Can't rely on anybody.
Exactly. Thank you, Beryl.
I mean, I feel like we're a community here.
I feel like 3 people doesn't really constitute a community.
Absolutely correct.
Guys, I don't know, I feel like maybe we all need to just take one big cleansing breath together and remember that, like, right now, we're all we have.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, maybe let's just collaboratively, you know, just try and breathe as one and then think as one, and then we'll get out of here.
The wind is
Yeah?
howling outside and the rain is battering the windows.
So a deep breath.
I don't think that's going to help.
I mean, it can't-
India, is it?
I mean, I don't think it's going to hurt, Beryl.
Beryl, let's do one deep breath all together.
I'm going to direct it not directly in front of me.
That's fine.
Okay.
One
Okay.
deep breath. Just
Yeah.
Just one, okay?
just one.
Everyone, just close your eyes.
Okay.
Breathe in. And breathe out.
As you breathe out, the sound of the chapel bell clanging breaks the night air.
Well,
The inn is about halfway down the main cobbled street of Treglennon. The pier and fishing pier is down at one end. Where's Beryl's Cafe, do you reckon?
Probably on the other side of the road, like in between.
Nearly sort of
Yeah.
nearly opposite the pub?
Yeah, not. Yeah.
Right, yeah,
Yeah,
fine.
it's definitely opposite.
Within a very short walking distance.
Yeah.
perfect.
And the chapel is up at the top end,
Yeah.
the north end. you say.
Okay, we're all feeling better.
Clang, 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 clang,
Absolutely.
clang.
Okay, so if we're all working together, and Beryl, you said you have food.
Oh, did I? I don't know that I actually articulated. You're assuming things there, India.
I mean,
aren't
It's
you?
not a bad thought though. The cafe.
cafe. Yeah.
Yeah, we are
Do you-
quite low on stock.
Yeah, but anything's better than nothing.
You did just say you were hungry.
Yeah, yeah. I suppose I could. We could go and get some food from. It's not very much.
Why do we do that? That sounds like a good idea.
Sort of
Yeah.
non-perishables, canned goods, that sort of.
Yeah,
thing.
that sounds great. That sounds beautiful. I'm gonna say maybe just because last time, like when he went by
We can't
himself,
have
he
you
got-
crying again.
He got a little bit upset.
Yeah.
I think probably it's best if all of us go.
Oh right, yeah,
If
okay.
that's okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure. Maybe we just all stay in the downstairs area of just the cafe itself. I feel like that's probably best for everybody.
Okay.
Right, that's fine. That's
I mean, we don't like your space is your space, and
Don't touch me.
you're totally allowed to like we're not going to cross any boundaries or anything. If you want us to stay downstairs,
Yeah,
it's totally
I
fine.
think that's just.
I just think there's probably, like, we're all getting a bit hungry, we're maybe all getting a bit tense. I think if you have food and you're willing to share it with us, then that's probably a good idea for us as a group.
I mean, look, let's be honest here. If I'm sharing my food with you, what are you sharing with me? Apart from your breathing techniques.
I mean, I find those very helpful, and so do a lot of other people in the online community. Like, I have a lot of people that really appreciate the breathing techniques that I share with them.
The online
so-
community.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, I'll be honest. This feels like we're not going to make any progress.
Well, I
think
put out
you
a
two can.
suggestion.
I think you two can agree to disagree, and let's head over to the cafe, see what there is, and then we can decide how we progress from
All
there.
right.
Yeah.
All right.
And we won't go upstairs. We'll just stay in the cafe if you feel like sharing.
Yeah, well, it's,
some-
it's warmer in the cafe. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Fine.
Had you barricaded the door from the inside in the pub, do you think?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh wait, I feel like. Well, where did Bill go? Did he go out the front?
oh, yeah.
Bill went out the
Yeah.
back door.
Oh, Bill out the back.
Yeah, through the kitchen.
I think not
Bing.
barricaded, but it's definitely locked.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
not barricaded. No need to barricade.
fine.
Let
Let yourselves out and go across the road.
Either of you.
Right. We'll just
Are you
go-
going across the road?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Great.
The storm outside is whipping through the night.
Yep.
It's nearly would knock you sideways, and the church bell is still clanging intermittently up the top of the road. And as soon as you open the door, you swear that whistling or whining sound that each of you probably thought was just the wind definitely sounds like someone crying up the road towards the church.
Right. Don't worry about the bell. That's just because of the wind. It's just affecting the bell tower. Let's head over to the cafe. Get in quickly.
That-
And
Crying is a bit reminiscent of your crying, though, Charlie.
absolutely, I hear you, and I think that that's something that we don't need to think about right now. Let's do this in a methodical order. We said we're going to the cafe. Let's go to the cafe.
All right.
All right, let's go.
You have your key?
Yeah.
Great. Gonna let them in?
Yeah, I am. I am
Right.
going to let him in, but I'm going to let him in at the back, not at the front.
Okay.
Ooh.
Do you want to describe? I think you have your key. It's your cafe.
Yeah,
I'm not going
yeah.
to make you roll for this.
No.
Do you want to describe what the interior is like once you let people in?
Yeah, so we're going in through the back because I don't want them to know just how much I've hoarded. So through the back door, there's shelves of sort of non-perishables. So we're kind of coming into the pantry. So there's, spaghetti hoops and Heinz tomato soup, that kind of thing. There's not loads. There's maybe like a row-ish on each shelf. Doormats there. It says welcome, and there's 2 pairs of wellies just to the side, and there's a dog lead hanging from a hook on the left corner, and then there's like a sort of a square pantry tiled area, and then the door to the left is where we go into the house, and directly in front is kind of the back entrance into the kitchen counter bit of the cafe.
Right.
Cool. Great. This is lovely.
Thanks. I don't normally bring people in through the back entrance, but it feels prevalent to be, cautious. What with all the crying that's going around.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I think you're right.
And you do have food, which is
Yeah.
like-
I'm sorry it's not.
No, this is amazing, babe. This is amazing.
Do you have any bags, rucksacks, that kind of thing? Just in
Yeah,
case
there's
we
a bag of
want to-
bags just hanging from that hook
Great.
just over there next to the
Well, maybe let's
dog lead.
stock up some stuff.
Where's your doggo?
I've not seen him for a few days,
Okay, I'm
but
so
that's
sorry.
all right.
It's fine.
The
I'm so
crying
sorry.
up the road sounds increasingly like actual howling and whimpering.
Oh no! Oh no!
Right. let's try and do things in order. Let's get some of this food into a bag, and then we can think about what's next. Yeah?
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
Good idea.
What sort of food are we sticking in the bags?
All of it.
Tins.
Oh, all of it?
Any
I mean, are you saving it for...
I don't know. It just feels like we might be wise to separate up our resources, because what happens if one of you goes wandering off with one bag filled with everything and you die right there and then we're left with nothing. Look at Bill.
Okay,
He disappeared. He's been gone for what, 3 hours at this point?
Okay, yeah, that's... I hear you. I hear you, I see you. That's great. You have a whole bag of bags, so how about we take everything but we split it evenly
Into free.
so there's a bag each. So then if anything happens to any of us, God forbid, then there'll still be enough for the people that are left. How does that feel?
That feels much more sensible.
Yeah, and Beryl, no one's going to die. Don't necessarily jump to the worst case scenario.
The door that behind you starts clattering. It wasn't fully closed, and the wind makes it blow open and smack against the wall.
That's it's
just
not
the wind.
it's not
It's
a
just the
sign.
wind.
It's not a
Shall I
sign.
lock it from the inside?
Lock it
We'll
from
lock
the
it from the
inside. That's a
inside.
great
Yeah,
idea,
yeah.
Beryl.
Good
Thank you.
idea.
Um, each of you making your way around putting food into bags. Any of you want to do anything specific while you're in here?
I'm going to make sure that try and make sure that everything actually is divided equally.
Okay, great. And by the way, Mikey, you've burnt something. Is your moment on top of your pile?
No. Yes,
Great.
it is.
Remind us what it is.
I will find hope when I manage to speak to them.
Cool. We will do our best to try and move things towards that at some point.
I'd like to go upstairs and check on my cat.
Okay.
Do you have a cat?
Yeah, cat and a dog.
Okay.
Aw,
Yeah.
What's your cat's name?
It's Jasper,
Oh, beautiful.
What's the dog's name?
Darren.
And India, do you have anything you want to do?
Yeah, I think I'm just like, I mean, she said we couldn't go upstairs, but she didn't say we couldn't, like, just in case there's more food that maybe she's forgotten about, I feel like I'm maybe going to go into the front.
Okay.
Like, because we're in the back room at the moment.
Yeah,
right?
we are. We are in the back room at the moment.
Yeah, I think I'll just, just in case, because sometimes the cafe, like, on the shelves, they'll maybe have some other food that might be helpful for Charlie to get. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Why don't we have Beryl make a roll
Yep.
to check upstairs?
Okay.
And I'll be rolling with you this time. If I roll more sixes than you, then I would have narrative control. It's unlikely because I only have one
This
dice.
feels... I'm canonically bad at rolling dice.
Oh, yeah, babe.
Okay, I've got 1-1, so I take that out.
Yep.
And
Two
I've
sixes.
2 6s.
Great. I did roll a 6, but you have 2 6s, so you get to narrate what
2
happens.
6s and 4 5s. Good
Oh.
job, babe.
Thanks very
Maybe
much.
you won't die. You will die.
We will all die.
Yeah.
So this one stays out now, right?
The one, pop it to the side by the bowl, perhaps, so they can see it. And you get to describe what you find upstairs.
Okay, so she unlocks the door. To the
door at the top of the stairs, though?
to the upstairs.
Nice.
So it's one of those annoying doors that opens outwards, and then the stairs
Yeah.
start
Yeah.
immediately, and they're that sort of grim brown colour that's been there since the 70s.
Yeah.
Wallpaper is flocked.
Great.
Also been there
Love it.
many, many years. The windows haven't been open for a while, so it's got a bit of a sort of a stale smell. She goes up the stairs. There's pictures of her husband on the wall and her children and her grandchildren. She goes up the stairs and she's looking for Jasper, and she's calling for him, and she's already hasn't seen Darren in a while, so this is slightly stressful. Jasper's not in the sort of cat bed area, nor is Jasper asleep on the bed like he normally is. And then she goes into her upstairs sort of kitchenette, 'cause it's all kind of, it's one of those really old fashioned type living areas, and the cat is just covered in blood on the floor.
Okay. And India, would you like to roll
I'm
your
so
dice to see what you discover in the front room? I'm imagining it's one of those with like double-fronted glass windows out onto the street.
Absolutely, yeah. Sort of
Do I get to roll this one?
No,
as
that
well?
dice is lost for the rest of the scene.
Victorian sweet shop vibes.
Victorian
Yeah,
sweet
yeah,
shop
yeah.
vibes, yeah.
Love it. I have 2 6s and 1 1.
Great. Fine. Tell us what you see in the front room or through the glass.
Yeah, so I go into the front room, like the door is kind of hard to open, like there's something kind of against it maybe, but I'm able to sort of push it open and like almost trip over a box that's been like kind of put in front of it. Make my way into the room. From what I can see, just from like, I mean, it's really dark in there, but it looks like the blinds are down, so the you can't see onto the street anymore. And it's just like it is full of tins of food and loo roll and it's like she just went to Aldi and like a supermarket swept everything. It's like boxes and boxes, like stockpiles of seemingly like all the food that's left in the town that she could fit into this space. Like it's hard to even walk into the shop because it's so full of food.
Yeah.
And loo roll and water and all kind, like every supply that a person might need to survive. She has kept here and not told us about.
As you're in the front room, you can hear the sound of the wind and the waves getting slightly closer.
Yeah.
It's closer.
Weird.
Yeah, from outside. Yeah, obviously the blinds are closed, so.
Oh God. I don't know.
And let's sort of assume that you've gathered some food together. You've come back down to each other. Do you talk about what you've seen?
Is she still upstairs?
Oh yeah, if you want to do something to react while she's upstairs, yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah. Charlie, babe.
Yeah.
She says to the priest.
Do you want to maybe come in here for a sec? I think I've found something.
So I head into the room, still having to sort of push the door to get through and take in all the boxes of supplies, the crazy survivalist hoarding that's gone on.
Brexit vibes, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really is. Proper
Big Brexit energy.
Yeah.
Proper
Early
1.0,
lockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, taking it in.
What? Why didn't she tell us? What do we do?
Okay. Wow. You know, maybe she's got her reasons. Maybe she's hoping that, you know, more people would come back and then she'd be able to help everyone.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe we should definitely take some of this though.
Yeah, I mean, like we can leave. I mean, we can't carry all of it.
No.
Like maybe we just we take enough that we each fill our bags.
Yeah.
But then we leave the rest of it, and maybe at this point she doesn't need to know that we found it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah. There's no point making waves. There's no
Yeah,
point
I feel like she's
creating an
probably
issue.
saving it for a reason,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
that's not our business right now.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. Let's okay. Next thing in front of us, get the supplies fully loaded up.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
get these fully loaded up.
Love that. Love that.
That's
Yeah,
just the
yeah,
next
yeah.
thing that we
Great.
have to do. So
Yeah.
yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's make sure that we've each got the same, and that, you know, we've all got an equal chance if we do get separated.
Yeah.
Which, you know, we won't. But
We won't,
just,
we
you
won't,
know,
but
got
yeah.
a worst case scenario, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
Great.
Great idea, babe.
Do you come downstairs?
Can I come down and catch them?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh well, let's get one of them to roll to see if they do it without you catching them.
Okay. Do you want to, or should I?
I mean, historically terrible, so yeah.
Also,
Seems
this-
correct.
This candle is
I
stressing
know,
me
yeah.
out.
It's stressing me out as well. I've basically had my eyes on it the whole time.
Yes.
That flame is so tiny. A 6.
Yay.
And another 6.
Yep.
Yeah.
And no ones.
All right.
Oh my god.
What do you do? Sorry,
We-
Beryl.
That's all right.
We take a few more tins out of the boxes, a couple more bottles of water, stick a loo roll in each bag as well, and then
Some hand sand.
and then very carefully leave the room, pull the door to, and go back into the back room and sort of finish making sure that everything's nice and even across the bags.
So you don't interrupt them. When you come down, do you talk about what you saw upstairs? About Jasper?
No,
Okay.
she's stoic,
Right.
but she does notice that there's slightly more in those bags.
Expected
Yeah.
that to be.
Gosh, there's a lot more. There was a lot more in there than I thought there was.
Did you find Jasper?
Yes.
Is he okay?
No.
Oh.
Oh.
That does sound like Darren.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't really want to talk. I mean, look, you can go up and I'll leave the door open. You can go and have a look if you want, but it's not a pretty sight.
All right. Let's.
As you stand in the silence, or the sort of slightly shocked silence, you think through the sound of the wind and the waves and the howling and the bells, you think you can also hear hooves?
Oh no, the headless horseman.
Just cantering down and just stopping in front of the cafe at the front.
Ooh. Okay, maybe that's someone who's come back. Maybe somebody's.
It could be at the army base. Do they have horses?
Yeah,
Is there
yeah.
cavalry there?
Yeah.
So maybe it's someone from the base. Maybe it's someone you
from the
know.
base. Could be.
Maybe it could be. It could like.
Do you want to go look?
Are you? I mean, I would never like go anywhere where I'm not meant to, but like maybe rather than going outside into the rain and everything, we could maybe just go into the shop and like, you know, look out the window there since it is right out there. Is that okay?
Sure. But I would rather you didn't comment on what is in the cafe itself, because it's going to look like. Now I understand why you've got more in your bags. Now it's going to look like I've been hoarding, but that's not what this is. That's not that. I've got a big family. All right.
That's honestly, it's what we assumed. We assumed that you were.
Yeah, babe.
You
We
were
would
stockpiling
never.
for your loved ones.
Yeah, we were like, she's doing it to help people. I like it. We didn't think anything.
Not that the family have shown up, but that's.
Oh, honey.
No, don't touch me.
A shrill whinny from the street breaks through the air.
Okay, I'm gonna say I think we should look. I think it could be help.
All right,
Absolutely.
fine.
It could be help.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Who's looking?
I'll go. It's my shop.
Great.
Oh, babe, thank you.
Roll the dice, please. I imagine the two of you are sticking your heads through into the
100%.
into the main part of the shop anyway.
No sixes.
No
No
sixes,
ones.
but no ones.
No sixes is the end of the scene.
Oh no.
You pick your way through the boxes in the front of the cafe, and you get to, I imagine it's those roll down blinds, peel one to the side and just poke a beady eye around it to try and see, and you can see the spectral figure of a horseman in a tri-cornered hat and cape on a skeletal horse. Not literally a skeleton, but just like the most bony, skinniest horse you've ever seen. And it's not looking at you. It's looking directly south down the street. Because the waves are now about a third of the way up the street of the village. Let's blow out the most burnt down candle.
Get rid of it.
Get rid of it. Get
Kill
rid of
it.
it. Get
Kill
rid of
it.
it.
Kill it. Thank you, Barry.
You're welcome. I'll have one more dice, please.
Oh no. Okay.
Wait, so what? Okay, it would, but it.
Oh no.
We've got a ritual.
No, I know. I just want to clarify what we just saw. So it wasn't actually a ghost. It was someone on a really skinny horse, right?
They were wearing a tri-cornered hat and cloak.
Yeah, but who hasn't? It's Halloween.
Who
knows? Who
hasn't
knows?
ridden a skinny horse in a tricorner hat?
Oh my word. These things are true. The world is dark. Perfect timing with the marshmallow.
Yeah. 5 minutes has passed.
The dog sound has gotten closer.
Oh.
Charlie knows where Darren is.
The horseman is still sat on his horse, staring at the encroaching waves.
The water has a slightly different quality.
I never learned to swim.
Oh shit.
Wow. The rain has gotten heavier.
And
we are alive.
Oh no.
Oh my word.
It came into my brain, so I had to
Yeah,
say
of
it.
course. That's how it works.
You regain the dice you've taken out, so you
Yeah.
should now have 8 dice in
Yeah.
total. I have 2.
Yeah.
5 minutes have passed. Have you told the others what you saw, Beryl?
Yes.
Right.
And currently, Charlie is looking out the window, sort of peeking out the window to try to make sense of this figure.
You know where Darren is. Do you want to tell us anything more about that?
Not yet.
Okay. Right, the church bells are ringing constantly now.
Okay.
Can we see the church from the window?
So if you're looking out the window, directly across the street is the smuggler's den. Down to the right is the pier, and it's a couple of hundred yards that way.
Yeah.
But the water has come up, not level with you, but it's a third of the way up the street. If you're about halfway up the street,
Okay.
it's a third of the way up. The horseman's directly outside, staring at the water, and to your left up the road, the other end of the road is where the chapel is, the church.
How high is the water?
You can see, because the road is on a slope,
Yeah.
it's probably up to like knee depth at
Okay.
the doors it's at.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we can't stay here.
Well, of course not.
I mean, can we go back out the back, I guess? I don't know what that thing is, but I don't necessarily want to get its attention.
Or maybe is it trying to help us? It could be trying to help us.
I mean, why else would he have come here?
I mean,
Like,
yeah, if that's fair, I suppose, but
Ghosts can be helpful. They have been in the past.
I mean, we don't know it's a ghost.
It's not a real person, is it?
I mean, maybe we should find that out before we start.
You're gonna go
judging.
touch it, are you?
I mean, no, but we could, like, try and get its attention, see if it needs our help.
What? Blink
or
once
it
if you're
just-
human, blink twice if you're a ghost.
I mean, maybe not exactly that, but I just think rather than running away from the only other person that we've seen since Bill left, like, maybe we'd see either if it needs our help or if we can help it.
okay.
Oh, it can take some more of my spaghetti hoops, can it? Like you lot.
So, as I see it, the next thing in front of us is, do we want to talk to this thing or not?
I mean, I just think we should figure out if it's human or not. I don't think that's like a wild thing to say.
All right, go on then. Seeing as you're so keen, I'll unlock the door for you and everything.
I mean, I don't think we need to necessarily unlock the door, but we could maybe just like try and get it.
Might be hard of hearing like me. Might need you to go outside and talk to it.
I mean, how about we cross that bridge when we come to it? How? You're closest to the window. Do you want to just knock? Do you want to just rap on the?
Sure.
Thank you.
I feel like tactics-wise, it might be better if we're not inside quite a cramped space when we get its attention, just in case it's not friendly.
Okay, but like at the moment we're inside and it's locked. Whereas like if we go outside, then we're outside. You know,
Okay.
like it can't get in, right? Right?
We literally don't know.
You're starting to see water dribble under the door of the
Oh
cafe.
no!
Okay, we've got to move. How about
Yeah.
you two go out the back, I'll go out the front. I'll try and get its attention. That way, I can maybe try and communicate, and worst case scenario, you two can keep making your way uphill.
Yeah.
All right. I think we should take some more bags. Seeing as that water's coming in, that stuff's going to get damaged. We should take some more stuff with
Yeah.
us.
Good idea. Yeah.
I've got a hiking bag.
Great. Love it.
Yeah.
You've
got a rucksack. You've got a rucksack.
I've got a hiking bag and a rolly trolley.
Yeah.
I'm a
Right.
prepared
Great.
granny.
I mean,
Love it.
I did ask about backpacks earlier. Never mind.
We didn't know each other as well.
Sure. I'll
You see a spooky skeleton horseman, then you bond a group.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I definitely am thinking a lot differently than I was 5 minutes ago. Okay, let's get organised. So, you two,
Yep.
don't take more than you can carry.
Yeah.
Make sure that you can still move quickly if you need to.
Yeah.
Get yourselves out the back door.
Yep.
I'll take the key, let myself out the front door, see how I get on.
Okay.
All right.
Good luck.
Do you think I should take my lead in case I find Darren?
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
Does-
It can't hurt.
Yeah.
Is Charlie shaking his head there?
Charlie is staying very quiet on the matter.
Right.
No.
All right. You're going to go open the door.
Yep.
Can he wait for us to get into the back room and close the door
Yeah.
behind us?
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, of course you can.
Cool.
As you open the door, let's make a roll. I will
Right.
say the waves are beginning to wash and sort of wash over sort of spray up against the spectral
Oh
figure.
wow, they're like wavy waves.
Yes, yeah, they're high waves. They can. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
As opposed to like.
Oh, I have 2 dice now, so I might actually.
They're very friendly.
That's a 6.
Yay.
That's a 1. That's it. 1 6.
All right, I rolled a 6 as well, but you keep narration. I think that may not be
Roll more
correct,
than
but I'm
me.
going to let you.
No, I think you.
Thank you, Barry.
Before you said you have to roll more than me.
Yes, I believe so.
Whoa. I'm taking that. All right. So.
Would you like to leave your moment?
Yes, I would.
All right, we'll call this living your moment.
This is
That
living
roll.
my moment. When I will find hope when I manage to speak to them. This is them, I assume.
This,
them.
well, them is
This may be
somewhere
them.
in this.
This may be
yes.
them. I head out the front door, sort of having to wade through these waves now, which do have a slightly different quality to them, but they still feel enough like water. They have the resistance of water, that it feels like I'm walking through water, but I don't feel quite as wet as I maybe should walking through this depth of water. And as I approach the figure, I look up at it on horseback and I say, have you come for me?
Oh no.
Have you come here because of me?
Let's make you make a conflict roll to see if you live your moment.
That's a 6. That's a 6.
Yeah.
That's
Ooh,
a 6.
that
That's a
is
6.
Wow.
A beautiful roll.
4 6s.
Good
All
job,
right,
Charlie.
you're in charge.
Oh wow.
God.
This is going to give you hope.
This is going to give me hope.
Oh God.
The figure on horseback looks towards me, and the waves which are crashing around me suddenly don't quite feel like they're hitting me anymore. And there's a small sort of barrier almost around me that isn't impacted by the waves. It doesn't last long, but for a moment while the figure is looking at me, I'm not being hit by the waves anymore. And then it goes back to looking south again.
I'm going to give you a hope dice from my chest.
Ooh.
That is yours for the rest of the game. You can roll it
So
when you roll
much.
conflict rolls. A 6 or a 5 is a success for you with that dice.
6 or a 5?
Yeah.
Hey.
Amazing.
Wowzers, trousers.
Wowzers, trousers.
Where are you
Do
two?
we see that?
Oh, you've gone into the back room.
We're
so
not
I
allowed
don't
to
think
do
you
Don't
do
see
that.
that. Okay.
Right, okay. Where are we heading? I'm gonna say either the golf course or the army base. I have a slight preference for the golf course. You know, it's like it's surrounded by open land. It's up on a hill. It's like a whole big hotel. I think like it will be safe there. We can, you know, it has rooms we can sleep in. We can try and like, you know, it feels like a good base, you know.
I don't disagree, but I feel like the church is that bell's been ringing, that suggests that somebody's there.
It is
Because-
en route, the church would
Yeah,
be. Yes.
Okay.
because I feel like
Okay.
we should stop at the church because it's not ringing as if it's like the o'clock.
Yeah,
It's ringing as if there's a campanology fan in there just going mad.
Yeah, okay. I mean,
So maybe there's people here come to us like a salvation thing.
yeah, I mean, it is also just windy, babe, but like, yeah. I mean, it's on the way. It's, yeah. Like, if you want to go to
Don't
the
touch
church,
me.
I think, I think you should absolutely do that if that's what you want to do.
The water is coming up this back street as well, so it's up level
Right.
with you
yeah,
now.
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
you,
yeah.
I imagine you could go around the sort of through an alley onto the main
Yeah.
street, just
Yeah.
slightly further uphill.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my wellies on. What size are your feet?
Size 8?
Good. That's what size my husband had. You can wear his.
Great.
What?
That makes me really sad. It's like, I mean, well,
Don't touch me.
where's your husband?
Where's Jeff?
Yeah,
Oh, he's not been here for a long time.
but you kept his wellies. Oh my god, that's beautiful.
You never know when somebody might need them.
That's lovely. Thank you.
People like to walk Darren, don't they? So
I can't wait to meet him. I bet he's a really good dog.
he is a very good dog.
Yeah.
Around the front, the horseman has turned and looked at you and then looked away. The horseman starts walking down into the water, and the water parts around it as it walks down the street and closes up behind it as it goes.
The water isn't being prevented from touching me again, so I look back the way that the figure came from,
Up the street.
up the street, and decide to go that way and see sort of where it's come from, see what else I can find that way. The idea of Beryl in India has sort of left my mind temporarily because this whole moment has been so affecting, and I just want to know, I just want answers.
Great. Did you burn your moment, by the way?
I
You lived
didn't.
it, so you should burn it.
I should burn my moment.
So you turn up street.
Yes.
I imagine you lot are coming around the corner,
Yeah.
just
We-
up the
we
street of
spot
Windsor.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great.
Oh, Charlie. Hi. What happened?
I sort of only half look at them. I'm like, let's keep going. Let's keep going. The water's coming. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Yeah. We're gonna go to the golf course, but we're gonna go via the church just in case there's anyone in there that needs our help.
Okay. There's no need to go to the chapel though because there's nothing in there. Let's go to
Clang, clang.
That bell suggests otherwise, Charlie, doesn't it?
It's just the wind going through the bell tower. That's all it is.
How do you know that?
It's all it's likely to be. There's not anybody there. Let's just go.
Do
to
you
the
have
golf
proof that there
course.
is anybody there, Charlie?
No.
No, then we're going to the church.
Says Beryl in the tone of a irritated mum on a day trip.
Grandma pancake.
Yeah.
Okay, if it'll make you feel better, then fine. We'll go.
It's not a case of making me feel better. What if there's people there?
Just as you say that, around the corner of the street, just by the crossroads on the way to the church, comes a figure of a young woman in a white dress with black ribbons on her arms and in her hair. Just walking very slowly down the street towards all of you.
See? There's people. There's people.
That's not people, Beryl.
What do you mean that's not people? That is a person.
That looks very much in the same realm as the guy on the horse we saw. Do you not think?
Even if it is, maybe they might need our help too.
All right, whatever you say. I'm sure.
Don't have to be so enthusiastic about it.
Do you want to try and engage her in conversation?
Yeah.
All right,
I
make
do.
a roll.
No sixes.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
one
that's a
six.
1
Woohoo!
6.
No one's.
No ones.
Great.
So I'm just call to her. Hello? Hello there? Do you need our help? And she just looks at us. But she doesn't look scary. I think that's the thing. Is I don't think that Beryl does not feel scared by this. It's just a person that's not quite from our world. I think Beryl's lived a life and she's experienced this. If this is the most haunted village is it the most haunted village
In the UK.
Yeah.
Okay,
Then
yeah.
this stuff has happened all the time. She's probably got a ghost in her cafe, you know.
Yeah.
She didn't before, she does now.
Yeah. Oh, Jasper.
Jasper.
God.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Wow. Brutal.
So Beryl is calling to this figure, and she's just sort of looking at us, and then I feel like she's trying to lead us somewhere,
Okay.
and whether that's by pointing or turning around and walking away.
Okay. Cool. She comes level with you
Yeah.
and looks at you. And she points a finger back up the road the way she came. And then she looks away from you and keeps walking into the waves which part for her and let her walk into them, and then they close behind her and around her.
Okay, so the same as the horse man.
Okay, we should definitely head up the hill. Okay? Let's keep going. What's the next thing in front of us? Yeah? Keep going. Get away from the water.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Which is now halfway up the
Close.
street.
Yeah.
yeah, and let's just try and get to some high ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the church got it's got a bell tower, hasn't it? Yeah. We're definitely going into the church.
Great.
Because then we can look at the surroundings, can't we? We can see where the water has got up to, how far it's going. If we can see any more of these figures.
How fast is the water okay,
An
I
hour and-
completely hear you.
An hour and 10 minutes has passed and it's halfway up the street.
Okay, so then we probably have enough time to nip into the church, go up the tower, see if anyone's in there, see if they need our help, great.
Yeah.
go up the tower, have a quick look round, come back down before the water reaches the doors, and then we can go to the golf course.
Absolutely. Okay,
Yeah.
let's
And
go
the
in.
three of us, we can split, we can divide and conquer as well.
Yeah, don't think we
Sure.
should do that unless we
Okay.
have to.
All right.
But
Yeah, I agree.
love that you're throwing out options. That's beautiful.
Okay, so let's get up to the chapel.
Savage.
Let's go to the chapel. Quick trip up the tower to do a recce. Make sure that there's somewhere to go to that isn't currently being covered by water. But then we need to get down and out of there before the water hits the chapel. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, go for it.
Absolutely.
No hanging about. No
Yeah.
no wandering off and exploring.
Yeah.
Why don't do exploring?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just all stick together
Yeah.
and just
Absolutely.
try and
Absolutely.
stay in one place.
You're having this conversation sort of at quite an elevated
Yeah.
level as well, because the wind is really loud and the rain is
Yeah.
pouring down.
And we're-
And there's a howl of a dog and a ringing of bells.
Sarah.
Yep. All right, let's head up to the church.
Great.
Who opens the door?
I will.
You pass the crossroads, by the way, where the young woman is said to have wept for her dead lover. Um,
God, I should have written
Just-
down those other ghosts.
just
That was
the last building out of the town beyond the church, by the way, is the old prison.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
And then you'll be heading towards the castle, and then the woods, and then the golf course.
Cool.
That's the sort of the order of things. But the church, who opens the door?
I will.
You make a roll,
Do I get to roll all my dice, including
including
this?
your hope dice, and that's a 5 or a 6.
If
would
I
be
roll a
success.
1 on that, do I lose it?
You do not. No.
All right, great. It's a 6 on the
six on
hope
the hope
dice, and that's the only 6.
No,
Any
that's-
ones?
Oh yeah.
No ones.
ones.
Great. All right. Let's hope dice saves your day.
Yes. Well done, hope dice. I opened the door to the chapel. It's a relatively large chapel, but it is.
Is there anything lit, or is it dead?
No,
Quiet?
there's no lights in it. It is just a chapel. It's just a room that's got a bell tower above it.
Yeah.
And there's the pews all facing the altar. Behind the altar, there's a small door which heads down to the undercroft, I suppose. It's not a crypt. And then on the right, as you come in the front doors, are the stairs up to the bell tower.
Right.
So we've all agreed we're going to stay together. We're going to head up to the bell tower. Yeah.
Just are there candles?
There are candles. There's like a little
Yeah,
do
one
you
of
know,
those.
one of
thing
those
with the
devotional
voters.
things where you can make a votive prayer.
Yeah. I reckon if we've got space in our bags, we should nab all the candles we can.
I do in my shopping trolley.
Yeah, great, amazing. And there must be matches there to light.
There are, yeah.
Right? Yeah,
Great,
yeah. We'll
perfect.
take those. I think I'm gonna light a candle to light us up the stairs.
Great.
You know, if you guys want to too, that's great.
There are large candles on the altar.
Great.
If you want a bigger candle.
Oh no, your eyes just lit up.
All right, you go get some candles.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
make a roll to go up to the altar and get some candles.
I was just gonna go to where them.
The big ones
Devotional
ones are up on the altar.
I hate you.
Well, I'm just
Might be
saying that's
spoken
what
into
they are.
canon.
2
easy.
6s, 1 1.
You want to re-roll that one?
Yeah, fuck it.
What's your top of your pile?
My virtue,
Which is
creative.
great. All right,
Yeah.
burn that, please,
Burn that.
Stick it in
and
the bowl.
re-roll that dice to see if you save it.
Okay. It's a 4.
Fine. So you don't lose that dice.
Great.
Work your creativity into your narration of getting these candles.
Great, cool. So I light one of the devotionals where I am, because they're like by the font, by the door. So I've got at least a little bit of light to light me along the kind of central aisle up to the altar. And in like the flickering candlelight, it's bouncing off the windows, and you know, you're seeing kind of, I don't know, it's so good to have some light, but it's also a little creepy because like you then notice the darkness in a way that like when everything was in the dark you didn't quite so much.
And that flickering is sort of the maddening flickering is also punctuated by the maddening bell ringing.
Exactly, yeah. But I make my way up to the altar, and on the altar, I'm imagining this as a Protestant church, so it's like relatively plain, but there's like a couple of kind of plain white sort of pillar candles on both sides. And I go up, there's like 2 stairs up to the altar, and I put my little candle down on the center of the altar so that I have my hands free to try and like take the pillar candles out of the candelabra that they're on. I think there are 4 up there.
Yep.
And I grab them each one by one. And I think I take one of them and light it from my little tea light candle, which gives us a lot more light and lights the room. And what I couldn't see before, but now can, that there's slightly more light, is that the pews are full of the rest of the townsfolk.
What the fuck?
And I think I scream and drop the candle.
Okay.
So, like, my little one is still lit, but the big candle, I think I drop.
Okay.
And it goes out.
Oh my god. That was a success, was it?
That was your success.
That was my success.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my
You did.
God.
You did succeed in gaining narrative rights. You can do with them what you like.
Yeah,
Yes.
I got us 4 big candles, guys.
Wow.
The two of you
Don't
were just
love
round at the
that.
back. You got a glimpse of them as well.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, there's sort of
He-
the silhouettes of
yeah.
heads between us and the candlelight.
You're able to sort of peer through the dark with the light of the tea light or two that you have lit still.
Yeah. And I think with that, I've like put the other 3 candles in my bag. I think I like take my candle that's still lit and try and find on the floor the one that fell down.
Yeah.
This was my success. Why did I make it?
All the people in
I
the
forgot.
all the people in the pews are staring straight ahead, and they're bone dry.
I don't like that.
Makes me feel so itchy.
Horrendous.
That bell is still ringing. Any of you do anything?
Yeah. I like grab that candle I dropped and like as quickly as I can without blowing out the lit candle that I have, get back to you guys. I feel like we've maybe seen everything we need to see in this place. I'm not as keen as I was about going up the tower.
If they're all in here, why are they all in? What's out there that means that they're all? I feel like somebody needs to go up. Somebody's got to go up and check.
Somebody want to go up and
I'll
check?
do it.
Oh, great. Roll some dice.
Sparrow. Sparrow, you're a brick.
Yeah, 2 6s,
One in there, there's a
1
one.
1.
Do you want to re-roll or you keep it?
Um,
You don't have to. Don't worry.
no, I'm not going to
Cool.
re-roll.
Fine.
I don't think.
You got the
Oh,
winding
great.
staircase.
Okay, so she walks up the staircase, and it's very, very narrow. And the same way that the people are really dry, the walls, if you've been in like an old stone church, they're normally quite damp on the inside. They're not damp either. So the church is like really dry. And as she goes upstairs, the bell ringing is getting louder, and the howling is getting louder as well.
Oh no.
And as she reaches the top, there is one of these other figures that similar to what we've seen before, sort of just over and over again, ringing the bell. And Darren is there, but he's not like Darren that we know. He's again this sort of skeletal version of himself, and the figure just stares and keeps ringing the bell.
Is this a sort of a figure who might be dressed in old-fashioned clothes? Is it?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, no tricorn hats, but
No.
that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
and the sort of skeleton dog and the spooky person just keep doing the same thing over and over again. Yeah, poor Darren.
You stay there for a little while just staring?
I feel like she probably has a secret cry.
Okay. As you're crying,
Yeah.
suddenly the figure ringing the bell stops. And he and Darren look at you, and then they just make their way downstairs. At the same time as the ringing stops downstairs, you notice that the water has begun to lap underneath the door of the chapel.
Okay, we have to get out of here.
Yeah.
We have to get out of here.
I shout up the bell
Yeah.
tower. Beryl, we have to go. We have to go. Beryl, get down now.
As you're shouting that, a skeletal dog and a figure in sort of a jerkin walk down past you. Like a smock.
Yeah.
Smock, yeah.
Full smock.
Yeah.
Beryl, are you okay, babe?
Yeah.
Okay, we have to go. The water's getting really close. So if you can, I can help you down the stairs if you need. But we've got to go.
I don't know if Beryl wants to go.
Oh no,
You can stay if you want.
babe, come on. We sort of have to go now.
We have to leave right now, Beryl. Right now.
We've kind of. It's okay. Like, I know it's really scary, but like it will be better once we're not in here. So we should go.
She comes down the stairs, and it's like patently obvious that she's been crying and is trying to hide it.
I go hug her. I know she hates being touched, but I go hug her. I can't help it.
And she just properly cries.
Oh, honey. It's okay, babe. It's okay. Let
You
it
want
out.
to get them out of
Crying's
here?
good.
Yeah, we have to go
Crying's good,
right
it's
now.
okay. Yeah.
Charlie
it's
opens the door and begins to
can
sort of
go.
like push these two women out of the door.
Make a roll.
These two
Push these two women.
That's the patriarchy all over, isn't it?
Obviously, making the way down the street with the water parting around them are Darren and the
Hope dice on a 6 again. There is a 1. That's fine. I'm happy to lose it.
Smock man.
1 6.
All right.
I bundle these two out of the door. I'm like carrying all the bags of supplies, pushing a crying old lady, and also this sort of like overly fussing
I'm being nice.
yogi out the door going, we have to move, keep moving. And I start to head us uphill again. I look back at the dog and the man heading away, and if either of these two had looked at my face in that moment, they'd see me looking sort of satisfied as we head off.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Don't like that.
The water is now so far up the street that it's beginning to cover some of the houses nearest the pier.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Shit,
wow.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You're trying to make your way. I think the rain and the wind probably makes it quite hard for you to keep your candles lit. Mm-hmm. You have some phones on you, so it's by the torches of your phones.
Yeah.
For as long as they last. But let's get. You've not rolled for a while, India. Let's get you to make a roll to see how well you are at sort of guiding your way towards the castle, which is actually up past the prison is the next thing on your.
Oh,
stuff.
good.
Yes, yeah.
Great. That's what starving smuggler ghosts in there.
Starving smuggler ghost.
Great.
look at
2
that.
6 3 6s.
Yeah, very
1
good.
1.
Lose the one or burn a trait.
Oh, you're on your moment.
I'm
Oh,
on my
yes. Do you want to
moment.
remind us what your moment is?
Someone tells me I'm a good person and means it.
Oh, right. Okay, great. Well, you're guiding Beryl up the hill towards the
I'm
prison, and
trying
you've
to
rolled a
comfort you,
success.
babe.
So you have narrative control. Would you like to make this part of living your moment as you make your way up there?
Yeah, fuck it.
All right.
Yeah.
You're narrating this. You'll have one more conflict roll to see if you successfully live it.
Do I put that one there or I keep
Oh,
the
you lose that
that's
one
like-
for now. That's you successfully keeping control as you make your way up this windy, wet street past the prison.
Great. Cool.
You're in
cool, cool.
control, and you're going to live your moment.
Yeah, okay. So we're making our way up the street. You're behind us making sure we keep moving, right? Yeah, so I'm like, I've got like my arm around you, like kind of holding your hand with my other hand. So we're like kind of together. And I'm like, as we're walking along, I'm just like, it's okay. And like, it's gonna be fine, and I know it's really sad, and I know, like, I mean, I imagine that was Darren. He's beautiful. What a good dog. What a good dog. And he looked so happy. Like, I'm sure he lived a really wonderful life, and I'm sure, like, I can tell that you really loved him, and I'm like, it's genuinely, like, I'm so sorry for you, but like, we'll have time once we get to the hotel. We'll light a fire there. You can like get all cozy in a nice warm bed. I'll make you a cup of tea.
And Beryl just keeps saying under her breath, they've all gone, they've all left me.
You're making your way past the prison as you do. Are you keeping talking to try not look at it as well?
We're moving as we're talking.
Let's roll these dice to see if you live your moment or not. If you roll successfully, you have narrative control. If you don't,
No
Oh,
sixes.
no.
I'm trying so hard.
Beryl, after about 5 minutes of this, says, "Don't touch me," and moves away from her. Let's darken another candle,
Oh my god.
which is the
This one?
Yeah,
here.
go for it.
Guy.
And I'm sorry, Lucy, you don't get a hope dice.
Do I burn my hope?
You do burn your
Oh shit.
your
Oh
moment.
wow.
Because you did not successfully live it, I'm afraid.
I'm trying so hard.
You did try really hard, but just the moment didn't inspire hope, sadly.
It's because I, for some reason, made my success so horrible. Why did I do that?
I don't know why you did that.
I sort of forgot how the game worked for a second. Okay.
I'll take a dice, please.
Oh yeah.
Balls.
Okay.
These things are true.
Oh.
The world is dark.
Ooh. The rain has got heavier.
Moments have passed.
You have seen a prisoner walk through the walls of the prison past you, back down the road.
The prison is dry.
Oh. The next thing is the woods, right?
Yes.
There's a light in the woods.
Charlie keeps thinking that he should have turned and gone into the water.
And we are alive.
Who sees the light in the woods? I'm going to say that's India.
Yeah.
Something. What sort of light is it?
I can't really tell. It's flickery, but that might be because the rain is so heavy.
What
Yeah.
colour is it?
It's like warmish white. It feels natural. It doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't feel like like a green or a blue or any. Yeah. It's not obviously spectral in any way.
Cool.
Guys, I think there's someone in the woods. I think can you also see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, I know the church was not great. But if we're still alive,
Beryl starts crying.
it's okay, babe. It's okay. I'm like, if we weren't in the church, and we're all still fine. So maybe there are other people that weren't in the church, and they're also still fine. And I just, we should probably, we have to go through the woods to get to the golf course anyway. So I feel like we should maybe just go see if...
Every time we've decided to have a little stop off, we decided that maybe we would go and talk to the horse thing, did nothing. We decided that we would go into the church, didn't help us. We need to try and stay on target, okay? We're going to try and get to the golf course and the hotel, okay? We have to go through the woods,
Past the castle, I'll remind you.
but we're not gonna stop off at the prison. We're not gonna stop off at the castle. We need to just keep moving and get somewhere away from the water. If we end up wandering off into the woods, who knows what could happen? are you happy to just wander off into the woods on your own?
No.
Well, then exactly. That's what's going to happen. We're going to end up split up again. In the chapel, we said we'd stay together. We didn't. You went to the altar. You went up the bell tower on your own. We need to stick to the plan, okay? We need to stick to the plan.
You begin to hear something but moving behind you. Do any of you want to turn around?
Yeah.
Yep. You see
Can't help it.
the sodden figures of the townsfolk beginning to file out of the church, emerging from the water,
Oh no.
They're wet
Moving to-
outside.
moving towards you.
Moving towards
Slowly
us.
moving uphill.
Oh no. Okay, I think you're right. I think we should just.
You keep talking about a plan. What's the plan? There isn't a plan. We just said we'd go to the church and then go to the hotel, but you keep saying the plan.
Yeah,
What's
that's
the plan?
That's the plan. Get to the hotel, okay?
I don't know, the way you're saying it sounds like it's got a capital T and a capital P.
No, I mean, let's just try and have a plan and stick to it instead of whatever this has been, wandering around aimlessly, bumping into spectral figures
No, I don't
and
think it was aimless.
falling apart, crying everywhere.
Okay, yes.
The footsteps are getting closer. The people are getting
Let's
closer.
keep going.
So,
Let's keep moving.
go.
Let's keep
Let's
moving.
move,
Let's keep
go.
moving.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Does someone want to take one of these bags now?
Yeah.
All right, I'll take my trolley bag.
Thank you.
You making a run for the woods?
If that's how we get.
Making
A gentle trot,
a good march on towards
Yeah.
the woods.
Okay.
as if you're running for a bus that you can see in the distance. Is that sort of
Yeah. Nice.
Right,
speed?
let's
Yeah.
let's just
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
there, please.
Who's leading the way?
I am.
Yeah.
Clearly,
Who's
capital
next?
T and capital P. It's probably you, and then I'm probably at the end.
Yeah.
All right then, Grandma Pancakes. You roll a dice, please, to see if you keep up with the other two.
You can do it. Easy.
Oh,
Easy.
yeah, no one.
4 sixes.
Oof. Okay.
Yeah.
Good job, Errol.
Yeah. So
Spurred on by
she's
grief.
she's adrenaline. It is. I feel like she just keeps repeating that same thing to herself as well. Seeing the spectral dog of Darren, like Darren, it's like they've all. That's what's powering her. I think the fact that like she's got nobody anymore.
Yeah.
She's got us.
Like that's yeah.
So you can describe the group arriving in the woods.
So we enter the sort of very, very edge of the woods, and the smell is kind of Christmassy. It's all fir trees, and they've clearly the wood has been there for a very, very long time, and you can sort of see this light that you were talking about in the distance, between the trees, but it's not between the leaves because fir trees kind of don't work like that. It's very covered. You can't see the sky. You can't see anything apart from these flickers of light that are coming from in between.
Is it towards the
tree.
castle?
Yes, it is towards the castle, and there's not really a path either, so you're having to sort of dart in between the trees in order to keep going in the direction you want. There's no one clear way to get there, so we're sort of spread out in our togetherness, I think, doing whatever is the easiest for our feet as we're moving.
It's very wet underfoot.
Glad
You
I
make
made you
your
put
way
those wellies on.
Thank you so much.
Are you making your way towards the light?
I'm trying to steer us not towards the light, but towards what I think is the most direct path through the woods. I'm trying to just get through the woods, just to try and get out the other side where we can see again.
Yeah.
Because the woods right now are not. They're not part of.
Are the woods dense enough that you could like light a candle and it might stay somewhat lit?
Let's find out.
Yeah.
Roll some dice.
candle lighting dice.
Oh god.
Oh God.
3 ones.
Wowzers.
Do you want to re-roll
And
them?
a 6. Yeah. Yeah, I do.
What's top of your pile?
My lazy floor.
Great.
Okay, do I
So
burn it first?
Yeah, you have succeeded. So you roll the 3 ones to see if you can keep them all. You'll work laziness into the narration somehow.
Okay, great. But I burn this first.
Yes.
God, I am burning everything.
Bye, lazy.
Bye, lazy. Okay, so I get to re-roll all 3 of these?
Yes, and hopefully keep them.
2 ones and a 6.
Well, you keep one of them. The other 2 go away. You lose the 2 ones.
Oh god, I'm so sorry, guys.
That's right. But yeah, tell us about lighting the.
So is
the
that a
candles.
success or a fail?
That's a success. You still roll 6s.
Great, cool. But I have to work my laziness into it. So.
Yeah. No, the laziness doesn't necessarily solve the problem, but it's just part of the narration.
Yeah. Okay, so Charlie's going ahead. He's like, geeing us along. And I think I am staying in pace with Beryl.
Yeah.
I maybe like. I agree with you that we shouldn't. We should just get where we're going. I'm very curious about what the light is. I think I stay pace with you, so I'm kind of walking slower, so I can pull out one of the big candles. It's one of those like nice church ones that's got like a little thing around it, so the wax doesn't drip onto your hand.
Yeah.
And I pull out a lighter, and am like trying to light it, and so it's like flicking, but I do manage to get it lit, which is great, and I think I like with kind of my sleeve of my coat or with the edge of my coat, I try and like keep it sort of protected, so it's not like way out in front of me. It's like quite close to me, but it does give us a bit of light.
Yeah.
And I think I'm like with Beryl, sort of like trying to keep you okay, and trying to get like a bit of light for us, and like we can sort of see Charlie up ahead of us. He's not like too ahead, and I'm kind of like geeing us along with like a little bit of light, and just being like, it's okay, it's just like a little bit further, and then we're going to be out of the woods, and then we'll be past the castle, and then we'll be at the golf club, and everything's going to be fine, because it's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. And like, I think also because my coat is around here, we're like not looking behind us, so I'm just kind of like, we're just going to move forwards. We're just going to keep moving forwards, and we've got light now, and it's all going to be yeah.
2 things are happening.
Yeah.
When your light gets lit, you start to hear people calling out to you from the direction of the light near the castle, going, "Over here!
Oh no!
Over here!" Oh no! And the wind and the rain and the storm is getting heavier and heavier, and a tree crashes down towards you because you've sort of wandered a little bit ahead of the group. Let's roll a dice. See how you do.
Oh no.
Oh no!
I won't call this dire.
That's a 6. That's a 1, and the hope dice is also a 1. But
Keep the
that's
hope
okay,
dice,
I get
yeah.
to keep it.
Great. Describe what happens.
So the tree, all the trees throughout the whole time we've been walking through the woods have been waving around quite wildly.
Yeah.
It's quite a tall wood. It's quite an old wood, and so they're catching the wind quite well. And the added water from the rain is making them very heavy. It's making the branches really heavy. So that, coupled with the movement from the wind, means that one of the slightly frailer trees finally gives in and crashes down. It falls towards me, but past me, but it has now separated us.
Oh shit!
And it's the foliage of the tree is thick enough that, and the pine needles are sharp enough that trying to get over it seems foolish and hard.
Not with
so
our wheelie bag. Yeah.
No, exactly. God, especially for a woman in her 70s. We're not going to get you to climb over this tree. That's insane. So I call back. Are you two okay? Are you all right?
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine.
Okay, great. Try and head towards the base end of it because it fell away from there, so there'll be less damage to other trees that way. So head towards the base end of the tree. Try and get around it that way. I'll scout on ahead for no more than 20 meters, and I'll come back. All right, just to make sure that no other trees have fallen down, and we can still keep moving this way.
Okay.
All right, but I'll come back to this side of the fallen tree.
Okay, can we just like consistently Marco Polo while you're doing that?
Sure. If it makes you feel happier, then
That
yes,
makes
we
me
can.
feel a lot happier, thank you.
Okay, yes,
You
let's
can
do
take
that.
charge of that.
You guys make your way around the tree.
And there's gone.
Let's roll some dice. I'd say let's get Beryl to do this one. See how you make your way around the tree in the darkness.
No sixes.
No sixes. Any ones?
No.
No.
Well, the base of the tree is towards the light and the castle. And as you're making your way around it, you nearly stumble, Beryl, and India grabs you, and then another hand grabs you.
Gross. Horrible.
It's dark and a light.
Oh!
Let's go for this one.
Okay.
Very good. And we're going to take a 5-minute break, and then we'll come back and do some truths. Stay in the light, everybody. Or keep your lights out and keep it atmospheric. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back, everybody. We left our story with Beryl slipping as they tried to make their way, as Beryl and India tried to make their way down a fallen tree around it, and another hand grabbing Beryl in the darkness, and they've been separated from Charlie the chaplain. We've just 6 candles left. I now have 4 of the dice. You've got 6 left. We're taking stock. We know that you've lived your moments. Yes, Charlie, you still have
I have a hope dice.
A hope
and
dice.
I have also a virtue before I get to my
a
brink.
virtue and a brink. We're down to brink
I'm
for
just on my
India.
brink.
And we've
Yeah.
not burnt any of
I got it
Beryl.
all.
Yeah. Let's speak some truths. The light went out on a roll by Beryl, so you'll
Yep.
be the first one after
Okay.
the mantra. This much is true. The world is dark.
It is moments after where we just were.
India, in reaching for Beryl's hand, fell and got mud in her eye.
The voices in the wood calling over here, have gotten closer and louder.
The hand that grabbed you was somebody from the camp by the castle.
They have a familiar face.
And
we are alive.
You look up into the eyes of Beryl.
It's Jeff.
No way! Well, I assumed he was dead.
Yeah, me too. Until just now.
When you said he hasn't been around for some time, he just left.
He just left.
Wow.
Beryl?
Wow.
Beryl! Oh my god, I thought I'd lost you.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
Come on, this way.
What?
Beryl, who is that?
This is Jeff.
I can't hear.
My husband is my husband, Jeff.
Oh, I thought you said he died.
I said he hasn't been with us for a long time. I thought he died, but clearly not.
Wow.
India's got mud in her eyes, I can't see.
Look, you've still got my hand. I'll take your hand. Jeff will take mine. We'll follow Jeff.
Do you hear all of this, Charlie? What are you doing?
No,
the
I've
the
scouted
Marco Polo
ahead.
has stopped.
Yeah. So I've scouted ahead a little way, continuing to polo, and when the next Marco hasn't come, I've stopped, looked back, but I can't see anything. I can't see where they've got to. I take out my phone and use the torch on my phone, aware that phones have been slowly losing their battery, so I put it on the lowest, like scroll the torch down all the way to the bottom.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
I didn't know that either.
Don't worry, Granny Pancakes, we'll show you later.
That wasn't Beryl asking that question.
No, that was definitely Emily. Yeah, mate.
Make a roll, see what you see
Everybody
through the
has a
dark.
school day.
All right, what do I see?
You've got 6 dice plus your
Oh,
hope
no, I'm
dice.
getting old.
6 dice plus my hope dice. That's a 6, that's a 6, and that's a 6, and no ones.
no
Very
ones.
good.
So 3 6s.
Great.
What is that?
That's
Oh, it's a 5.
All right.
Nice.
3 6s. I look, sort of like peering through the dark, using my torch. I see, I'm able to just see my footprints, but I was leaving in the mud as I was coming here. I see the nearest footprint slowly disappear as the sort of the groundwater sort of fills it and clears it. So I look back and I'm not entirely sure exactly which way I came. I didn't go in a straight line. It's hard to do that in the woods. And so I look back and I'm trying to see where I've come from. I can still see the light over to one side. I can still hear the voices calling. I'm trying to ignore them. And I somewhat vainly shout, Marco! Marco!
Polo?
And
The polo is sort of moving towards the lights.
Yeah.
You can sort of sense movement sort of 15, 20 meters that way on a diagonal from where you were towards the light.
I begin to follow it towards the light and under my breath mutter, "This is not the plan."
Jeff is dragging you.
Yeah.
And you're dragging India.
He's stronger than I remember him.
Yeah.
Worrying.
I felt so guilty walking out on you, but then when there's reports from all over the country, apparently the water's rising, and I thought of you right here on the coast, and so myself and a couple of my biker buddies, we made our way back to find you. I wanted to get you. I wanted to save you.
Well, it took a disaster like this for you to come back. What does that say about me?
Says what you mean to me.
Well, I can't mean that much to you if it takes this to make you realise.
Better late than
And
never.
you joined a gang.
It's just Derek and Pete from,
Yeah, of course it's Derek and Pete.
yeah, from the Sunday Motor Club.
Yeah.
I just was losing my mind here in the village. After the kids had gone.
You were still. Oh wait, you mean before?
Before I left.
I thought you were saying that you were here the whole time, just hiding from me.
No, but the kids gone, and nothing left to do. Just open a cafe, close a cafe. You beginning to,
To what?
Going-
Go on, say it. Say it.
stock up on everything.
Got to be prepared.
Yeah,
Never know
well,
what's going to happen. And look, I was right, wasn't I?
That was actually very helpful of her.
Sorry, are you?
It's just India. And she's my friend.
Yeah. We're friends.
Jeff decides to stop talking and pulls you through into the clearing by the castle. It's like ruins, and there's two other sort of burly, bearded guys.
Derek and Pete.
Derek and Pete are there in biker leathers with a paraffin stove.
So
What's their gang
motorbikes,
called? What's their
not
gang
bicycles.
Oh, they're just members of like a Sunday Motor Club.
Okay.
So they're friends, long-term friends of his.
Okay.
So yeah, I think he.
It's not like Hell's Angels. Or
Yeah, it's not that. Yeah. They're like old men who like to go and try out
Yeah.
cool motorbikes.
Yeah, okay.
One's an accountant, one's a dentist.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And they are there with. They're both armed with like a hunt. Derek's got a hunting knife and Pete's got like a golf club. And they're just like back to back. Everything. And they. Do you arrive in the clearing at the same time?
Yeah, like moments later, because I don't have the benefit of knowing exactly where I'm going.
Pete sees you and like runs at you with the golf club.
Ah, whoa! Roll
some dice.
Roll some dice. Roll some dice.
Yeah, you can whoa all you like. Those dice are in control.
That's a 1. That's a 3. Uh-oh. I'm gonna re-roll this one.
Yeah, do it.
All right.
I'm gonna
What are you
re-roll
burning?
this one. I'm burning my virtue, which is caring.
Great.
So let's see.
India's rubbing the mud out of her eyes, by the way.
Yeah,
She can see, but it's sore.
Okay, let's re-roll this one. See if it's a 6.
Oh God.
It's a 6.
Oh. 6!
Come on.
Unbelievable.
Boom! Oh my god.
I didn't roll any, so you have narrative control.
Excellent.
Pete's running towards you with
Pete's
a
running
9
towards me. I go, whoa! And he doesn't stop. And so I just have to let my training kick in. And as he runs towards me, I sort of neatly sidestep him. I turn my back on him and as he swings the golf club, I sort of use his momentum against him.
Yeah.
And roll him onto the floor, trying really hard to not let him land too hard because I don't know what the ground's like. I don't want to kill this old man. I just want to stop him from swinging golf clubs at me indiscriminately.
Yeah.
And once I've got him on the ground, I pull the golf club out from his hand and sort of basically kind of like wrestling grapple him into some sort of a submission hold where he can no longer move and is sort of basically immobilized.
Yeah, I mean, he's a 70-year-old.
Yeah, I'm trying
dentist.
really hard to not. I'm trying really hard to not hurt him.
Yeah.
but I, you know, he was definitely capable of killing me with a golf club swing.
Yeah, great. Do you say anything when you see this?
Yeah, I'm gonna chastise Pete. I think.
Never liked Pete.
No. Okay.
Pete, what on earth do you think you're doing? Yeah, exactly.
Beryl, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just here to try and help you.
Yeah, imagine if Lindsay had seen that. She'd be turning in her grave, wouldn't she?
Imagine she would, yeah. Sorry, Beryl, you know this gentleman, do you?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, I'll let him go, shall I?
Oh my god, Charlie, that was amazing.
All right, calm down.
I help Pete up to his feet, but I keep the golf club.
Yeah, right.
And sort of, yeah.
Oh, thank you very much. Sorry, I didn't know you were friends of Beryl. You came in from different angles. I thought you might be one of them.
Well, friends is a. We're friends.
Yeah.
You're friends?
We're
Yeah, we're friends.
All right.
I try and link arms with her.
Yeah, don't touch me.
We're friends who don't touch.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
All right.
So just because, okay, so we've been in town. We've seen some of the townsfolk. I'm just wondering what, like, when you say one of them, who exactly do you mean?
Good question.
Thank you.
Derek looks at Jeff, and Jeff said, "So apparently the water is rising all around the world."
Oh.
Yeah, it's not just here. Well,
Hashtag climate change.
yeah. He just sort of frowns at you, I guess, and
Everybody frowns at us.
it seems that people are drowning in it, but then re-emerging and coming for the rest of us.
Well, do you think that's what happened with the rest of the townsfolk?
What, they all ended up drowned?
Well, they were
You can hear crashing through the trees behind you.
dry and then they were wet and they're following us.
All right. I don't think it's smart for us to stay in one place. I think that we should keep making for high ground. Like, this is great that we've met these gentlemen. I'm sure we'll all introduce ourselves at a more opportune
Oh,
moment.
sorry, this is Jeff, my husband. Estranged.
How you doing?
Hello, very well, thank you.
Pete goes, I'm Pete. And just extends a hand to you, knowing you're the dominant of the two. And Derek is there and just nods.
Ah, classic Derek.
Right.
Hi guys, I'm India. Namaste.
Later. Now is not the moment. We really need to get out of these woods.
Some of the watery figures of the townsfolk are emerging into the clearing around the castle, and they're sort of like a bit hesitant in the rays of the light of the paraffin lamp. But Jeff looks to see and says, "They're here. We've got the bikes just over there." The three motorbikes are leant against the wall of the
Let's fucking
castle.
go.
Okay.
Yeah. We were on our way to the golf club. I still think that's the best place to go.
The big manor house.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
Let's go.
Right.
One on each bike.
One on each bike.
Let's go.
I'll go with my husband.
Pete, you get behind me, I'll ride it.
Yes, I'm with Derek.
Are you with Jeff?
Yeah.
Right. Jeff, leg over the bike.
Yeah.
He looks at you as if to say, doesn't say anything, but just is like. He just like lifts his arm slightly for you to like put your arms underneath his.
she puts her arms around him.
Let's
Gentle
roll.
pat on the shoulder.
You're on a bike. The other two are. You probably can ride. Are you leading the way?
Yeah.
Again, well, let's get you to roll these dice then if you're leading the way.
Why is the man always leading the way?
Why is the man who knows how to ride a motorbike leading this motorbike gang?
I know how to ride a motorbike.
Ooh,
You
that's
don't
a
know
one.
that Beryl's not also
That's
a
a
motorbiker.
one. That's a 6.
All right.
That's a 1.
Yeah.
Well, that's mine.
You keep that.
I've only got my brink left.
Ooh.
Your brink is re-rolling the entire dice pool.
Yeah,
You've got a success anyway.
I've rolled a 6, so I think.
Go for it.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I rolled a 6.
Describe.
I got loads of stuff to
In fact, you know what? I'm going to make each of you make a roll, because have you been on a motorbike before?
Oh yeah.
All right.
I mean, yeah, not
In
like.
the pouring rain without any preparation. Let's
no.
go to roll some dice and see if you stay on.
Oh my god.
I mean, I rode a Vespa in the Amalfi Coast. Does that count?
Of course you did.
God.
Actually, those roads are really dangerous, so...
1-1, no 6s.
Uh-oh.
I'm not driving those.
Do you want to re-roll your
It's
brain?
Derek's fault.
Or are you...
I don't.
Embrace your brink, I should say. You don't have to if you don't want to. We'll just end the scene. We'll move on. I'll just have narrative control of what happens.
Yeah, sorry guys, I don't want.
All right, fine.
Fair enough.
I'm going to say that Jeff is perfectly accomplished motorcyclist and you've been
Yeah.
on his bike multiple times.
Yeah.
You were an army chaplain. You've been trained in riding various vehicles, including motorbikes. But you're having to make your way over quite like it's like a cross country, like BMX. So right, so like
Yeah.
bumpy and slippy and wet, and the rain is pouring down. And as you emerge from the tree line onto the edge of the golf course, with the manor, sort of the dark shape of the manor on the crest of the hill in the distance, you're on the bike with Derek.
Yeah.
And Derek's bike clips the edge of a bunker on the golf course.
Oh no.
They can't see.
Yeah.
They made their way towards to the castle by sort of the more formal roads, but this time they're just going to go straight
Yeah.
for the manor. And the bike tips, and you fall off. I reckon you're probably last of the three as well. So we'll find out whether anyone's seen you when we speak some truths. Let's extinguish a light.
Great.
So maybe these.
Go
That's
for...
one of those two, I reckon.
Yeah, let's go for this one.
I'll have a dice on you.
Oh my giddy aunt.
Well, Jeff.
I didn't know he was still alive.
Literally, I did not until I said his name.
Who was responsible for that going out? You were. So you'll
Even
be
after you
first.
said his name, I didn't know he was still alive.
This much is true. The world is dark.
I'm trapped under the bike.
Charlie and Pete have not noticed.
Jeff and Beryl haven't noticed.
No! There is thunder and lightning. And we are alive.
Oh fuck.
Oh my god.
The two bikes
Yep.
pull up at the front of the castle.
Uh-huh.
On the sort of I'm imagining it's got like a fountain and it's gravel
Yeah.
circle around it, and the manor sort of doubles as the clubhouse, and also it's got like a 40-50 bedroom hotel.
Okay.
There's it's a sort of country golf resort's the main thing. They also do grouse shooting and trips down to kayaking in among the caves by the cliff and things like that. And it's got a nice bar and a restaurant, spa. That's all the stuff you'd expect. That's what's inside.
Okay. Yep.
Well, you pull up outside.
I'm looking up at the facade of the hotel, sort of scanning it, seeing if I can see any lights flickering inside, seeing if I can get a sense of whether or not this is a safe place for us to hole up for a bit.
Oh, let's roll some dice then.
Oh, what? That was going to be a ... What are you doing? But never mind.
I was ready.
Worse, you could be pinned under a motorbike in the
Yeah,
dark.
it's true.
That is 1-6
Nice.
and 1-1.
Great.
Okay, I'm going to leave it at that.
What do you see?
So it's dark in the windows as far as I can see. So it looks like there's nobody else here. It looks like the place has been abandoned in a hurry. You know, just from peering into the windows, it looks like nothing's sort of orderly in there. Everything sort of looks like it's been left last minute.
There are a couple of golf buggies parked sort of
Yeah.
higgledy-piggledy out front.
Yeah, there's golf buggies with golf bags still on them. It's like things seem to have been abandoned. And I also notice that India and Derek are not with us.
Right. Jeff helps you off the bike, kicks down the
Kickstand?
kickstand, and looks at. You're sort of turning around, noticing the bike's gone, and Pete's looked around, and the two of you look around, and you look behind you, and can't really see anything through the wind and the rain. Back in the bunker, you're trapped under a bike.
Derek! Derek? Derek, babe? You okay?
Oh, roll some dice.
Oh my god, I hate this. Why do I like this game? I hate this game. No ones, but no sixes.
Would you like to embrace your brink to re-roll the dice pool?
Kind of feel like you should, mate.
Yeah.
So please tell us what your brink is.
My brink is that Beryl saw me stealing from those in need.
Great.
Wow.
Place it face up beside you. You'll re-roll the dice pool. If you are successful, you keep your brink. If you fail, and you'll get to narrate as normal. If you fail and don't roll any sixes, then the scene will end and you'll burn your brink. There's sort of nothing left of you.
So stressful. Yeah, 2 sixes. No ones.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Nearly beat you. But not quite.
Oh, what?
Okay.
You sound so disappointed.
Okay. So.
Work stealing into your narration somehow, if you
Great.
can.
Okay. Derek, I hear a noise, right? It's not, he doesn't like answer, but there is like a sort of groan. And I kind of, like my leg is pinned, so I'm not like fully underneath the bike, but like I can't easily lift it. And I like flail around and I feel like Derek's helmet, I think. And I'm like, Derek, babe, are you okay? And he's just kind of groaning. And I think I'm able to like pull his helmet off. And I like my bag is still over my other shoulder. I'm like on my back, but have, you know.
Yeah.
And I think I go into my bag, get my candle and my lighter, light a candle and put it inside the helmet so that it's protected from the rain.
Great.
So I can like try and look at Derek.
Yeah.
He's in a bad fucking way.
Yeah.
He's like not good in any way.
It's like the visor of the helmet was smacked against, like.
Yeah, the visor of the
Something
helmet I
prominent
think
on the
has
ground.
like come off.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's like his face is not really a face.
Oh, God.
Even Gigi off camera reacted to
I'm
that.
so sorry. So okay, you're gonna be fine, babe. You're gonna be absolutely fine.
You can hear figures approaching.
Okay, so I think I take the helmet and try and I dig, because I'm in a sand bunker, right?
Yeah.
So I like try and dig a bit like around, like I set the helmet down with the candle in, so it's like a lantern facing towards my leg and the bike, and then I dig so that I can free my leg.
Yeah.
And I right the bike. And I say, Derek, I'm so sorry. You're going to be fine. It's going to be great. I'm going to go get them. I'm going to come back. I'm going to get help. You're going to be absolutely fine. I leave one candle in the sand and the helmet there. And I wheel the bike up out of the bunker and I drive off.
Yeah.
Great. In that time it took, I imagine you probably have had a discussion about what you're going to do. So Jeff sees Derek and your friend down here.
Well, they were right behind us.
We gotta find them, right?
Well, yeah, of course.
Okay, Pete and Beryl, you should probably stay here. Me and Jeff.
Wait, what? Why are you taking my husband away from me? We've only just found each other again.
Okay, I knocked Pete to the ground earlier. He might not be the most useful person on foot. I don't know what I managed to do.
Sorry,
to
I
him.
didn't wait and hear what you were planning to do. I do apologise.
And Jeff and I think if we take a bike each and head back and try and find them.
Pete looks at you and goes, "Oh, we could take a buggy each." We'd be quicker. We spread out.
We've
We've got to find them. There's two of them.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great idea. I've just never had buggies set in quite that way.
True. Chances are they're together. You know, probably all that's happened is they've hit a divot or something, come off the bike.
Yeah.
They're probably coming straight back here now already. They're probably just moments behind us. But to be on the safe side, let's just have a quick sort of spin around, see if we can see them coming towards us. And if not, we'll try and do a proper search grid, okay?
All right.
I'm going to get Beryl to roll the dice
Okay.
if you're grabbing a buggy and Pete's grabbing a buggy and you're both grabbing a bike.
So we're going to split up.
Only briefly. We're coming back together, don't worry.
We'll have to stick together. It's part of the plan. 6, no ones.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, let me...
Good job, Beryl.
yeah, you're fine.
Okay, so Beryl gets in one buggy. Pete gets in another, and
They still have the keys in them.
handy. And they've also got golf clubs in the back. So Beryl, learning from earlier, takes a golf club out as well.
Excellent.
ready just in case. And they agree that they're going to go opposite ways around the house to sort of check the near vicinity to see if they can see anything.
Right.
And you can just about hear by the time they're ready to do this, and they've stopped arguing about what to do and who's going to take which buggy and whether there's more golf clubs in the others, and Pete doesn't want to be by himself after what happened earlier. You can just about hear the sound of a motorbike in the distance.
Nice. You all look towards that, and lit up by a flash of lightning in the sky is India on a motorbike. And like, tens of people emerging from the tree line behind you.
Oh, horrible.
And occasionally above the trees, like, it feels like the wash of waves.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
I'm going to make you roll to see how well you get to the castle, to the manor.
Oh, come on.
India.
Come on, India,
I
you
was
got
doing
this.
so well.
Oh no.
That is 1-1 and no 6s.
You can embrace your brink again if you want to re-roll the entire dice pool.
I mean, I don't know what else I have to steal from those in need.
Let's see, just work it into the narrative somehow, but otherwise we're going to
Maybe
fail
you
and
previously
end the scene.
stole something.
Hey, smart.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. See what
You
happens.
keep the one
Fuck
back
it.
again.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to see if you roll a 6.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck. Just this
No,
one
you
or
re-roll,
everything?
re-roll all.
Oh, reroll all of them, yeah.
You can keep embracing your brink as long as you succeed in the re-roll.
Yes,
Nice.
a 6
A
and a
6.
1. But yeah, I got a 6.
Fine.
Yeah, I am like tearing along. I think so I get out the bunker. I think I managed to find my way to the road. So I'm not making like an absolute beeline because I think I've been on this golf course before.
Yeah. There's like paved paths where the buggies are meant to drive on.
Yeah.
In
So
between
I'm
holes?
I'm going up one of those. I assume the headlight on the bike still works.
I'll roll a dice and see if it does.
Oh, why did
Yes,
I...
it does.
Great. Yeah, so I can sort of see where I'm going and they can see the light
Yeah.
as well. And I'm like going as fast as I feel safe to go
Yeah.
to the front of the of the golf course where
Great.
I know they should be because that's where we were heading.
With the sight of India on her way,
I look hot as shit as well. Just canonically need to state that.
Yeah.
so wet, so windswept,
Yes.
so lightning
Stunning.
So,
Stunning.
Do you want to try and see if you can get into the manor?
yeah, so as we were discussing, we've seen her coming towards us, and I say, look, see, I told you, they're on their way back already. It's absolutely fine. Let's not worry about it. Let's head into the manor, okay?
And Beryl's still got a golf club in her hand, so she just smashes a window.
Roll some dice.
Nice.
Brill.
Love it.
Perfect.
Love it. Yeah.
Great way in.
Two sixes.
I rolled 5 ones.
Wow.
Barrel.
So Beryl, you badass.
Never happened before. So Beryl, she's got what's the big fat golf club?
a driver?
Yeah, like a driver. That's what she's picked up, and she smashes the window to sort of on the left-hand side of the front of the building that looks like it goes into not the foyer, but like a like a sort of lounge sort of area. Like there's a piano in the
Bar,
corner.
cocktails.
Yeah, exactly. There's a and through the window you can see that there's like a shotgun above the bar, and there's like animal heads on the it's like a hunting sort of lodge vibe. So she smashes the window and then takes her knitted scarf that she had earlier and she puts it over the front, the like bottom of the window, so that nobody gets hurt. And they clamber in.
Great.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
Yeah, everyone clambers in. You're probably last in, I think. Is everyone
Yeah.
in waiting for India?
Waiting for India and Pete.
Yeah, for India and
India and
Derek.
Derek. Yeah,
Derek,
waiting
yeah.
for India and Derek.
India, roll the dice. See how you climb through the window. Yeah, yeah.
He's getting desperate.
We are trapped under a bike.
A 6 and a 1.
All right, lose the 1.
Oh, bloody hell.
You can embrace your brink again if you want, but you mightn't succeed with the reroll.
Yeah, no, I'm sticking with it.
All right.
I think.
So in which case you have to answer with the narration of what happens when it's only you who climbs through the window.
Wait, I'm the last one in, right?
Well, they all climbed in
We're
and waited
waiting
for
for
you
you
and
and
Pete and
Derek.
Derek.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
as you arrive, we're like going,
Yeah.
this way,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
way.
yeah,
Come
yeah.
on.
In here, you two.
Both of you, quickly!
India and Derek.
Derek, India, this way! We're over here!
Come join us together.
Then we'll all be together.
All 6 of us.
I think I like roll in through the window. Got a big bloody gash on my leg. And I think I just like sit there like panting, kind of soaking wet. And then I get up after a second and I just like pull the curtains closed.
Great.
My scarf.
I whip your scarf out of the way and then I close the curtains.
you.
Jeff
Yeah.
says, where's Derek?
He didn't make it.
Derek looks sort of crestfallen.
Did you kill him?
No, we crashed the bike. We went into a bunker and the bike flipped and like he's not. I barely made it out myself.
Jeff looks crestfallen. There's like a decanter and glasses on a tray on top of the piano. He just like pushes himself. He goes, "Fuck!
All right.
Sorry, I came to get you, and I didn't want to lose anybody."
Well,
He stomps over to the bar and just like pours himself a whiskey.
yeah, that temper of yours is not going to help anybody, is it?
I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. He was lovely, and it wasn't his fault, and I did everything I could.
Pete's peeking through the closed curtains. He says, "There's a lot of people coming this way, and that water is getting higher."
All right, look, we've managed to make it this far. I say we try and find somewhere that we can barricade ourselves in. All right. I know that they keep saying the sea levels are rising, but we're pretty high up here. I'd be surprised if the water makes it all the way up here. Probably better off in an upstairs room, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's head upstairs, find a room, and make sure that we're nice and stocked up and safe, yeah? We've still got all this food. We can wait it out here for quite a while.
Yeah, I've still got my trolley with me. It came on the back of the bus.
The attic, the old servants' quarters, still have some beds in for like the overnight housekeeping. We could just go up there. It's pretty cozy. It's pretty pretty nice.
How do you know that?
Oh, my dad owns this place.
Oh,
Fucking hell.
all right. Let's.
Anyway, it's really nice. And like the stairs, like the entrance is sort of, it's sort of hidden. It's not like an obvious staircase or anything. So it just feels like a safe place that we could go.
All right, excellent. Lead the way.
Cool.
Make a roll.
My dad had to own it. I'm sorry. 2 and a 3.
Oh.
Wanna embrace your brink and re-roll.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, roll again.
Yeah. God, guys. I'm gonna die. A 1 and a 2.
Please burn your brink.
Oh no.
Oh no!
We're going to
So
darken a candle.
Nice knowing you all.
As you're saying this about the servants' quarters, you lead the way out into the foyer, and there's a fake water feature by the reception desk. And as you walk into the hallway, the water from the waterfall starts to take some sort of sense of body to it. And begins to flow over the edge of the feature and across the floor of the foyer, and we're going to extinguish the candle.
Leave this one, eh?
Yeah.
That's not looking that healthy.
Sick.
Good. We're down to
my
4.
God.
You haven't burned anything yet, and I have burned everything.
As somebody who is not a lucky person, this is quite surprising to me.
Oh my God.
This much is true. The world is dark.
20 minutes have passed.
There has been what can only be described as pandemonium.
When you got up onto the upper floors, you found that there are many guests barricaded into rooms.
And we are alive. Are they wet or are they dry?
Both is bad.
Both is bad.
They need to have a normal amount of water.
As soon as you saw this water feature, I imagine you've made a break for it up the back passageway, which is sort of behind the main staircase.
Yeah.
Did you want to try and grab anything en route?
I think as we've left the bar, Charlie's probably grabbed the shotgun from above the bar.
Yep. Fine.
I've grabbed the whiskey.
Amazing.
I think I've grabbed the golf club that she discarded.
Great.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you've made your way up to the servants' quarters in the top.
Yeah.
You're in a passageway at the top of the stairs leading to several dormitory type rooms.
Charlie's in the lead with the shotgun, sort of doing some really classic clearance techniques to make sure there's nothing in the rooms.
I've handed out candles to people and lit them.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, let's get you to roll to do a clearance on a room, I think, Charlie.
All right. That is a 1, but 3 6s.
Hey.
1 but 3 6s.
3
Yeah.
6s, 2 6s, and my hope dice was a
Damn
6.
it, I rolled 3 6s.
Nice.
All
In
right.
which case, I'm going to not re-roll that, and we're losing that one. Sorry,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
You're in charge.
So the because we've gone past so many rooms which are barricaded,
Yep.
just making sure that there's no stragglers, no people in there who are too wet or too dry, people with just the right amount of moisture, and I find a room which I think looks pretty good. Go into it, make sure to check my corners, check behind the door, and any blind spots under the beds, behind the wardrobes, and finally inside the wardrobes. It seems clear.
Yeah.
So I call everybody in, and I say, I think this seems like a good bet. It's quite isolated. We're not in any of the other rooms with guests in, and there's enough space in here that I think we can last in here for a while if needs be. So everybody help me move some furniture. We're going to barricade the doors.
Great.
Um,
There's a skylight in the room up out onto the roof.
ooh.
Great. Is there a fireplace?
Nope.
I think you should, one of you two should check out the skylight. I'm old. And I went up the bell tower and look what happened there.
Is that the first time in her life that Beryl's ever used "I'm old" as an excuse
Yeah,
for something?
absolutely. And also I want to use some of our canned goods and give them to other people so that we don't look like we're a threat. But I want to keep as much as we can. But if we give them something, it shows that we're not.
Interesting.
All right, let's do that. I imagine your leg needs a bit of attending to.
It does a bit.
Pete's a dentist, not exactly fully medically trained, but
It's something.
he offers to have a
He's
look
been
at
to
your leg
medical
for you.
school.
He's
Yeah.
been to medical school, so you have a
You
look
can
at
do
that.
stitches.
Great. Yeah.
Let's get Beryl to roll for sort of knocking on. I think
you're in
you're
charge,
aware
Beryl.
that there's some people who are saying, "Go away, leave us alone" in other rooms.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait, there are people that
Go away,
sound,
leave us alone.
Yeah.
They sound like they're conscious.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said they're not too wet, not too dry, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Goldilocks type people.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
A 1 and no 6s.
You can re-roll the one if you burn.
Okay.
Burn it,
All
burn
right.
it, burn it.
At last.
Possess it. So I'm gonna. So do I burn
You
it now?
burn it one way or the other, and you'll re-roll just the single one dice, and if it comes up with a 6,
Stick
you
it in the
succeed.
bowl.
Oh, thank you. 5.
No.
Fuck.
Beryl, the first door you knock on. Oh no, you go out into the hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the first door you knock on is quiet. But you swear you can hear a shower running inside. And you're like knocking, maybe they can't hear you, maybe they're in the shower. And you look down and there's water dribbling out from underneath the door. God. Let's blow a little candle out.
Oh, no.
Let's blow out. We're
That-
about the same now.
That one, Rex. Can I just say you're doing that so well, Mikey?
You really are.
Very
Proud of
steady
you.
hands.
Proud of you, bud.
Don't accidentally let any others go out.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
We haven't had that happen yet. have we?
Yep.
Don't speak too soon.
say
We are
that,
down to
mate.
3 dice for you,
Say
3
that.
truths. Who's responsible for it going out? You were. This much is true. The world is dark.
The water is coming from other rooms as well now.
My lighter has stopped working.
And
We are alive.
Oh my god.
Shit on
Let's say that at the same time you're trying to get out onto the roof and see what's happening.
Sure. And get out on the roof, despite the fact that it's pouring with rain and there is lightning.
Do you want? You don't have to if you don't want to. I know it was a suggestion someone made. You don't have to.
No, I think Beryl's said let's do it. I'm happy to follow Beryl's orders.
Roll some dice.
Are you sure? Is it part of your plan?
Who knows? That is a 1 and a 6.
You lose the one,
Yeah.
and I rolled 2 6s.
Oh no.
You get the skylight open. There's no reason why it wouldn't open, and it opens up onto like a slanted bit of roof, but actually around the side of it, it's quite flat, the roof. There's like slanted bits where skylights come out, but the roof as a whole is quite flat. There are puddles forming all over the roof. The lightning is lighting up the sky, like, but not near you. It seems like pockets. You still feel like you're in darkness, just like silhouettes of like distant trees or the castle. The village is long submerged, and you can hear people surrounding the building, but the water level is rising, and it's nearly like you can hear them being elevated by the water.
Oh, no.
And if you look up, you know there are clouds up there, but way in the distance it seems like the clouds are forming into sort of like a water spout. Oh, God. There's like a tornado of water coming from the heavens.
Wow.
From the direction of the village as well. Who was coming out with you? Jeff.
Yep.
Jeff says, fuck me.
Classic Jeff.
I walk my way along to a slightly higher point and look at everything, and all this is just what's coming to my head. I look at Jeff and I say, everything's going to plan.
I noticed that your moment is on the top of your pile, Beryl. You will find hope when you find some rest.
Yeah.
What do you do when you see the water coming under the doors?
Back away.
Right.
Into our room, which is the only one that's not got water coming from it. Jeff's not there.
He's at.
He's on-
the
he's-
window is
okay.
open.
Yeah.
You're being tended to by
By Pete.
by
Yeah.
Pete the dentist.
Pete
Yeah,
the
Pete
the
dentist.
dentist, yeah.
He's doing a stellar job, by the way.
Yeah. There's the water's inside now. It's coming from down the corridor.
Okay. So. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we should probably close the window. I
The
think.
skylight.
Yeah, no, I think they should come back inside. Obviously, I'm not saying we kill them.
Right.
I'm saying like.
Okay, well, the fact that you said I'm not saying we kill them suggests that you were maybe thinking about
No.
it. And my husband is out there.
No, I absolutely wasn't. I was just saying it's still raining, and like it seems like. I mean.
You also said you didn't kill Derek.
I did.
So the fact that you're saying I didn't do these things, it's like when someone says they've definitely got a DBS. You don't need to say you've got a DBS. Why are you saying that? Why are you saying it? I didn't kill
thought
my
we
dog.
were
It's like saying that. Why would you tell me you didn't kill a dog if you hadn't killed a dog?
I mean, we don't know. You didn't kill your cat. Like, I mean.
How dare you?
Make a roll, India.
Me?
Yeah. I assume you're trying to defuse the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make
Yeah,
a
I'm
roll.
really cross.
A 3 and a 4.
I rolled 2 6s anyway. What do you think Beryl would do right now?
Oh God.
I think so. I feel let down, and
I'm trying so hard.
yeah, me too. I don't think she'd actively hurt her.
Okay, fine. Water begins pouring underneath the door behind you.
Fuck!
And Derek is like, shit, we've got to get out, and starts to climb out the skylight. Let's use a candle.
Oh God.
Oh
Right,
God.
let's lose this one.
Oh God, this is so.
Take a dice.
I genuinely didn't. I just wanted to be clear that I wasn't saying let's close it with them outside. I
Yeah.
was trying to be nice.
Stressful situations. This much is true. The
Me?
world is dark.
Why me? We're all on the roof.
And we are alive.
Do you want to leave your moment?
Is now the right time?
Uh,
I don't think I'm going to be able to rest.
there's a sense of being trapped.
Okay.
All
All right, yeah,
Jeff
sure.
comes over and sees how distressed you are. Like
Yeah.
You're sort of tearing up, I think, after the confrontation you had. You sort of like
Yeah.
angry kind
Yeah,
of.
I don't make friends with people.
Yeah.
I don't let anybody in, and I let her in.
Yeah.
And she's pretending she hasn't killed people. She's saying, I definitely didn't do it. I'm cross at myself for that.
I didn't know.
And I've been working hard, preparing and collecting all this stuff for people. And people think I'm just doing it for myself, but actually I'm doing it for all of you lot. But you think I'm just being greedy and and I'm not.
We don't think that.
Jeff puts his hand around you and just walks you to sort of an edge of like a balustrade. It doesn't shove you. But just takes the whiskey bottle that you have with you.
Yeah.
Unscrews the cap and takes a swig and offers it to you.
Yeah, and I take a swig.
Let's see if you live your moment. I think that feels like a good moment for that.
Okay.
2 dice to find rest, I believe, is your...
Yeah. Nope. 2 and a 4.
We burn your moment.
Okay.
No hope dice, I'm afraid. Derek is hoping that the swig and just sitting together for a moment, looking over
Not
the
Derek,
increasingly...
Derek's
Oh, sorry.
Jeff,
Jeff
come
is
on
hoping
now.
that this moment... Such generic white guy names. Jeff is hoping that this moment of the two of you alone sharing a drink, looking out over the increasingly flooded landscape might just give you some moment of peace, but instead, how do you feel?
Let down. As people, I think she feels like when people put up a veneer because they've been hurt so much, and then they're trying to do a good thing, but it always gets kind of, they say it in the wrong way or it gets taken in the wrong way, and that consistently happens with her.
Yeah.
And everyone's left. Jeff left, and he only came back because why is he come? I think maybe that's.
Is that what you say?
Yeah, why?
Let's blow out a candle.
Oh, God.
Oh God, I'm scared. I'm going to blow 2 out.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, mummy.
This much is true. The world is dark.
And we are alive.
This is the final act. Any failed dice rolls from now on will mean your character dies. You can still use your re-rolls and the things that you have left, but otherwise...
I only have my drink.
I've got
Fine.
nothing left.
If you fail and your character dies, you will narrate their death. Jeff says, I was just trying not my best. That's not me at my best. I know it's not my best, but I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. Now here at the end of all things, I'm sorry. The water is lapping up from the ground level up onto the edge of the roof now, and you can see hands scrabbling to climb over the balustrade. And the water spout is coming closer and closer and closer.
It doesn't mean anything that you're sorry now, does it? What have you done? Ridden a motorbike? That's it. I survived without you, perfectly fine. I didn't want to, but I had to.
Jeff nods and takes the whiskey bottle back from you. And takes a swig. And says, you're right, what have I done? And he stands up and walks to the nearest spot, nearest hand climbing over the balustrade and smashes the whiskey bottle down and says, I'm not going down without a fight. And he just starts like slashing at whatever bodies of the watery townsfolk are climbing up near him. Others are beginning to clamber over the balustrade.
And
They're
is
surrounded.
it doing anything to them?
Some of them are falling away, but there's lots of them there, and the water's getting higher.
Yeah, what is the water doing in
Yeah.
reaction to...
It's just
Is it getting
worse.
angrier because it's being like we're attacking it?
Do you have more candles and stuff, or?
Yeah, my lighter stopped working.
Did we bring everything up with us?
I think we brought everything up with
Okay.
us.
Do you want to try and light a candle?
Is that useful?
Derek smokes.
Great. Not
Derek,
not
you have it.
Derek's dead.
Pete.
Pete.
Pete smokes.
Why do they all have E's in the name? I should have given them more distinctive names. Pete smokes.
Yeah.
In fact, he's been smoking a cigarette
Yeah.
One cigarette the whole time.
I
the entire time.
I think we light all the candles.
Okay, make a roll.
Good luck.
You've got a single dice.
Fuck, I have nothing left to burn.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't gonna work. 6!
Well,
Okay.
What did you roll? Oh, you didn't.
I didn't roll any sixes. 9 dice, didn't roll any.
Fucking hell. Yeah, I think I light. So, okay, what did we bring out onto the roof? We've got bags full of supplies. We've got
My scarf.
Your scarf. We've got a golf club.
Golf club,
We've
shotgun, whiskey bottle.
yep.
Okay, so
Knitting needles.
okay. Mm-hmm. So, because it's still pouring rain, I think what I do, I get a bunch of the, because I'm creative, I think I get a bunch of the tins and I like stack them up. So like 3 tall, and then I put the scarf over the top and then I put all of the candles out
Yeah.
and I light them all with Pete's lighter
Right.
so that they're all lit and they're protected from the rain by the scarf. So that at least we've got some light in kind of the centre of the roof that we can see by and we can sit around and we're not just like in the dark waiting for the water.
Great. As you're lighting that and Pete's helping you, a figure clambers over the balustrade nearest you. Charlie.
I still have the shotgun.
Yep.
And I aim it at the thing, but I can't bring myself to shoot it because I don't know yet what these things are. I don't know if my experience with the horsemen earlier has made me unsure as to whether they're friendly or whether they're antagonistic. What are they? So I shoot a warning shot into the air instead.
Roll dice.
That's a 4 and a 4.
Would you like to embrace your brink?
Sure.
Do it, babe.
Tell us what your brink is.
India has seen me sacrificing pets on my altar to summon something or someone.
How the hell? How the hell?
I wasn't allowed to say.
No, I know, but that's insane. Oh my god.
Shall I re-roll all of it?
Re-roll those dice.
But I hadn't mentioned we hadn't mentioned the animals before.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is a 5 and a 6.
5 on the oak dice as well. You're in control.
I fire my warning shot into the air, and I say, I won't stop you. I won't hurt you. We all know how this has to go. The world is full of flood myths. As soon as mankind becomes too corrupt, too greedy, too narcissistic, the world is flooded and we start again. And so I throw my shotgun into the water.
Do you want to sacrifice yourself?
Yes.
Okay. Describe how you die.
I take a step back and I run and dive into the water, and I swim down and down and down, and I keep swimming so that there's no chance of getting up before I have to, and painfully draw a breath and draw water into my lungs.
The last candle has gone out. It's on the cord. I'm going to ask the other two to describe how your characters die. India.
Oh, fuck. I think I sit in front of the candles and look into them as they like slowly like the roof is now like filling up with water, and I think I just like sit cross-legged on the floor in front of the candles and watch as the water slowly kind of rises up and like one by one puts them all out, and then I just stay sat there and just wait for the water level to rise.
Beryl?
So Jeff's been blindly stabbing with this broken bottle, and it's doing nothing. There's sort of one falls away, but two more come. And Beryl turns to Jeff and says, "There's no point. There's too many. It's happening too fast." She takes him by the hand and they step onto the edge of the building and just step off.
You can hear the final messages of the characters. Thank you.
I wish I knew what to say, but I think really I've never known what to say in situations like this. I think the best I can do is sit quietly, hope that other people stand up and take charge, and I'll just do my best to pick up the pieces. But I think ultimately what I wish is that I'd done more, is that I'd tried harder. But I think that's what we all wish, isn't it? Signing off.
I'm sorry. I did try, but sometimes you just give up. There's no point pushing against what you can't keep up with. And they're too much for me. I'm sorry.
Hi yogis, it's your girl India. This is gonna be my last video, my last message to you guys. I just want to thank you for everything. It's been such a beautiful journey with you all, and I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry it has to end like this. But you're all beautiful. You're all so strong. Thank you for going on this incredible journey with me, all of your support, all of your likes, follows, turning up at the studio, those of you that came on the retreat, what happens in Trevelyan stays in Trevelyan, right? Yeah, I just, yeah, thanks for everything. I love you guys. Stay safe, okay? Much love. Be good to each other. Bye.
Thanks for sticking with us. If you're still there, stay in the light.
Wow.
Hi, Yogis.
Hi, Yogi.
Oh my
We're still
god.
streaming.
Wow.
Thanks, everyone who watched that from
It's
beginning
so
to end.
So bright.
Yeah, it's very bright. We hope that was probably quite a unique experience to watch, as I imagine the light. Anyone who's a lighting designer or anything like that would have hated that, but we hope it was atmospheric and spooky and chill for you. If you're watching at home, give a big silent round of applause to Mikey, to Lucy, and to Emily. Thank you to Gigi for running all of this and keeping the hidden messages to the end and keeping us on track. And check out the rest of the Summoning Circles schedule this month. If people want to find you guys online, other things that we're doing, Mikey.
You can find me. I'm playing Blood on the Clock Tower back here with the Summoning Circle later on in the month. So tune back in here to watch me playing more Blood on the Clock Tower.
Yeah.
I'm on Instagram and Twitter at Lucy Papuski.
Instagram at MJKer, EMJKERR.
Right. And I'm at Barry McStay on Instagram or at Baz McStay on Twitter. Check out the rest of Summoning Circles this month, and we hope you enjoyed that as much as I think we enjoyed playing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you, Barry.
Bye.